atheist. What's up, what's up, what's up? Hello, everyone. Yo, what's up?
Yo, I've been rhetoric maxing all day.
Based.
So I'm gonna come up on your panel in rhetoric max.
But what's up, everyone? Today we're doing Fight Night Fridays. It's gonna be mini debates today on any topic that you want to. I guess I'm just doing these like every Friday. So yeah.
Yo, Mexican man, Manny.
Oh.
What you got for this
Yeah,
Mexican man?
are you an atheist?
Yeah, I mean, I'm agnostic, but
All right,
Yeah.
put the fucking timer on my head, buddy.
What do you
what's
believe
that?
about the? What do you believe about the Christian God?
Yeah, I think that EPOE is pretty good. I think it's a good I think it's a decent contention. I
Wait,
think
can you give me like what that stands for? That acronym, real quick.
evidential problem of evil.
Yeah, continue.
I think 5 ways is pretty. I think it's pretty iffy. Yeah, don't. Yeah.
Okay. Would you be
Aquinas'
interested?
5 ways is pretty iffy. What else? I think that's it. I think that's all.
Would you be interested in doing a short debate with Seer?
I guess. I mean, we can.
I'm a loser, by the way. I know nothing.
Are
You
you
don't
okay
know
with this?
nothing.
Are you okay with this topic?
Of course, she's okay.
I
He has no other choice.
guess I have no
As
other
soon as
choice.
soon as he took the negation, bro, you're already in alliance then. Go ahead and put a
But
timer on that.
but I mean like if you want another topic, we could do another topic, but it's up to you. Mexican.
I'm not real well versed in theism or atheism. I think that they're both iffy. Like
That's okay.
I think I think they're good, but I think they have problems.
That's okay. Today it's gonna be Sensei Seer. Okay, I'm gonna teach you everything you need to know.
Sensei Seer, okay,
Yeah. Some can call me Papa, but we'll save that for later.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Before we start this, everyone who's in the live, there's 10 people in the live. If you can, tap your screens and let's get up to like 2K likes before I start doing the debate tournament. Also, Seer, we need to get somebody who's on your level. Let's be completely honest, Seer. Come on.
no.
I think let's see what he has to say. Hold on. I think if he can
This guy's
defend
gonna win.
if he can defend his like argument for act impotency, that's fine. Or
Why
I
the
don't know if he
fuck would I
believes in like the
defend?
5.
Why the fuck would I defend Actus Purus? What the fuck? I'm just gonna run determinate content.
Hold on. That's not what I said, right?
Act in potency. Yeah,
Yeah, act impotency and act impurance. They're both two different things.
Yeah, are they under the same umbrella according to Summa Theologiae?
So, yeah, hold on. Presumably, right? Again, that's just assuming Thomistic, right? I could just talk about Aristotelian act impotency.
Sure. I mean, of course, I'm assuming Actus Purus when it's under Thomism.
Okay, what's the argument that actus purus is true?
There's not going to be an argument because I'm not going to present one. The fuck? Can we like lock in, Manny?
What do we need to lock in? I'm the
Yeah.
negation,
Go ahead and put the 3 minutes on my head.
Negation, bro. I don't think a God of pure act doesn't exist.
You guys want to do this?
Yeah, of course he wants to do this.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down. Shoot, it's gonna go on YouTube too.
Yeah. No, YouTube doesn't need to see this obliteration, but it's gonna be okay.
No, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
You're good?
I don't want to debate anymore. Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay. Well.
Okay, Manny. Well, thank you for coming up, man. God bless.
But no,
God
like
bless,
regardless, we are waiting for more people to join the panel. And yeah, like if you guys can, please tap your screens like the live. Let's get the live to like 2K likes. Today we're doing, typically I debate people or have conversations with people, but today we're doing Fight Night Fridays where we have short debates. It's going to be atheists on the smiley face side versus Christians on the crying face side. And this is a debate tournament. Who's gonna get the most wins out of all the debates that we're gonna have tonight? I'm gonna edit them and also post them on YouTube. And by the way, all the debates from last Fight Night Fridays has been posted on YouTube, so you can go watch those, all of them. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the likes. It's been a long life, and yeah, it's been a cool journey.
It's been okay. Haru's up here, so maybe Haru can debate me on the topic, unless he just wants to run away from me like he has been. Which like, I mean, he can. Haru, I'm just gonna run determinate content so you can like start yapping about like subjective language models. Come on, somebody debate me. I need a win. I'm fiending.
Conco, let me see. Let me check on my backgrounds. I could also make new backgrounds. So, thank you, Queen Lear. Thank you for getting me to 1K likes. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it, actually. I've been doing this project for a long time. Shoot, I feel tired as fuck. I might have heart disease. Like, but...
Oh, Coco, you shouldn't have told him that you're gonna post this on YouTube, bro. What?
Oh. Well, I mean, like, all my debates go on YouTube.
I know, but like, he was gonna run. He was like, "What's the argument for actus purus?" what's gonna be the argument there, bud? Like, I'm gonna run like some 5 ways by Thomas Aquinas.
So I have like one.
I'm agnostic.
No, on 20. Okay, cool. I have like a lot of. Okay, I'm gonna download all my backgrounds really quick and just.
Haru, I know you're agnostic, but it's time to make you Christian.
I'm just agnostic.
Are you agnostic to everything, Haru?
Most topics.
Are you agnostic to your existence, Haru?
Depending how we're clashing that out.
Existence, the state of being, the state of what is. Stop trying to turn people. I don't try, I just do. I am. Haru, if there's something, is there nothing?
I don't know.
Okay, so you're agnostic to that too. Okay. Haru, if I have determinate content and distinctions are descriptive, is there going to be a state in which an objective mind would have to exist? Because we already...
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Haru, can I do 5 backflips?
I don't know.
Alright. Dumbest thing I've ever heard. Well, why don't you come up here, Rick? Rick Eck.
Oh.
Rick Eck, come up here, please.
That's Ryan, by the way.
We're just gonna go by Rick.
But Coco, I thought you said it could be any topic.
I'm not debating you on feminism. I'm agnostic to every point that you affirm. Doesn't even know how to read. I do know how to read. See, look.
Actually, yes, sorry. It can be any topic. I'll make the background for it.
Fight night, Friday. See, look, I can read. I did it, guys.
You didn't even spell read right.
Fuck. Now Coco's get on your ass. That's great.
I could probably debate the Christian position. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, it's been a hell of a life.
Can we get a W, Mom, for making me chicken salad?
W, Mom.
Alright, you're a fucking loser. I just want to let you know that. I'm just kidding. We love you, Coco. Like this?
You're good. You want me to post in the chat?
I don't care. Somebody come up here and debate me. I want Ryan Eck to come up.
But yeah, if you guys can, there's 9 people in the live stream. Tap your screens, like the live, share with anybody who you think might be interested. We're hosting mini debates today, basically on any topic, and we're trying to see who can get the most wins. The people on the left, which is going to be your atheist, or the people on the right, which is going to be your Christians, right here. Basically, it's a debate tournament, and you guys get to decide the winner, the audience. So, but yeah, that's what we're hosting today. Normally, when Brown Sugar hosts debates, she gets tons of views. I'm trying to see if I can do it, if I can host these debates.
I'll happily debate my topics.
JS5, what you got for us, man? JS5, you there?
GS Vibe Twin. Just Vibe Twin. Yo, just Vibe Twin. Twin.
JS5,
But sir,
you there?
I typically don't debate people that are at least, like, let's just say I'm C tier. I won't debate A's or F tiers. There's no reason to.
Where do you rank me at then?
Above B or tier.
Oh, okay. I'll take it.
Who's
And
gonna
there's no
win?
reason to debate someone 2 tiers above you.
Well, I think we can have a conversation. I think we can learn a lot from each other.
What topic do you want, Haru?
I'll
What
debate
topic?
you on anything that's not going to get me canceled.
Oh. Then every single topic that I debate.
Damn, that's crazy, unfortunately.
But I've legit shown how it's so idiotic to do viewer rank voting.
Haru, you can teach me how to debate abortion.
Oh, and I don't even debate abortion that much.
Pro-life versus pro-choice, you don't debate that?
I typically don't. I used to, and basically what I would just hold to is like conjunction definitions of significance or value. So if an individual, so one of the conjunctions would be being a human or having humanoid cells. Another would be fitting 66% of the cluster concept of past sentience, present sentience, and the ability for future sentience. And then people would crash out. And obviously, like with that cluster, if you fit more criterias, you'd be valued more.
I don't even know how to debate like all these like blibber blabber topics, Loki. I feel like some of these people are just jargoning, like jargon maxing, Loki.
Jargon maxing?
Yo,
Could be the
Wesley Fraser. Yo, that's my goat right there.
But it's the same reason why I'm trying to get Cease to Know and Autumn to debate. Because Autumn used to say I was a great debater until she switched positions. Now she's called me a terrible debater on her live stream.
Yeah, so human fetus would have all those via interference theory of perception. What's up, Sierra? Oh, what's up, man?
I'm gonna crash out.
Dakota, what's your belief system, buddy?
He's a Christian.
It's not belief, it's proven for me, but
Yo, I fucking like this guy. This guy
Yeah,
sucks.
so can you define proof real quick?
yeah, I had a subjective experience, and on top of that, it's been multiplied and replicated.
Yeah, that's not why I asked you, but okay.
So, my proof would be personal. I don't know what you're...
Yeah, I asked you to define the terminology proof.
Wait, real quick, Dakota, just for the audience, because I'm stupid, you know. Like I don't know anything, to be honest. So like, could we have subjective proofs and they still be true?
I believe so, yeah.
This guy's a fucking genius. So real quick, if I think like I can prove to marry a 3-year-old, then that's reality.
If that's something you choose to do, I would say Jesus tells you to not get married for the sake of the kingdom, but a lustful man will be a lustful man.
This guy's a fucking genius. He believes that we can marry little kids if they're proven. So GG's, guys. Dakota, you're
Not at all.
Well, that's what you just said, Dakota.
No, I just said that Jesus says to not get married.
Well, Dakota. Wait, Jesus says not to get married?
Yes.
Oh, so why did he contradict himself and say you should treat your wife as I treated my church, or as
It's,
Christ treated his church?
it's not a contradiction. People still get married.
Oh, okay. So is people who are Christian disobeying God if they're getting married?
To an extent, sure.
Oh, okay. So in Genesis, when it says get together and multiply, then it's like that's a contradiction.
No.
Oh, okay. This guy's a fucking genius. Everybody just clap for Dakota.
Seer, you want to debate Dakota?
Absolutely.
Dakota, you want to debate Seer?
Sure. I don't care.
What would the proposition be between the two?
Yeah, Jesus goes against marriage.
Okay. I will make the background. Give me one second.
I just want to flag that woman defender just said W Dakota after Dakota just said that he could marry a 3-year-old.
Yeah,
I did
that's
not say
Adam, by
that.
the way.
That's false witness, and you're putting words into my mouth. None of that, please.
Oh, it's okay, Dakota. It's okay. You don't have to panic.
It's not a panic. It's just calling out your lie.
No, it just seems like you're panicking.
Your denial doesn't lead to truth. It just leads to more denial. That's the first stage of grief.
The only thing I know about denial is the river in Egypt.
And it's going to keep you in the first stage of grief. That's okay. You can play with the dualistic perspective on life.
A woman defender said, I apologize publicly. No, I'm just kidding. I was just messing with you. But he actually did say that. Do want to make that clear. Hold on. Can I show you this chicken salad, guys?
Oh, but this one actually looks like a chicken nugget.
Wait, what's the topic again?
Does Christ say not to get married?
Okay.
Look at that.
Wow, so you're not vegan?
Of course. Well, no. That's why I have chicken in it. Why would I be vegan?
Yo, Adam, come debate Cyril on veganism.
I'll actually like affirm vegan virtue ethics. I think vegan virtue ethics is
Like
based.
this.
I got Coco to admit eating a meat burger from a cow is vegan.
You're not gonna let that go, are you?
It's vegan? Wait, is it actually?
No, I won the debate, and he actually conceded halfway through the debate.
I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
claim
vegan.
that he's lying as I keep claiming. This guy's a genius.
Coco, am I wrong?
Why do you keep
Honestly,
bringing
being
it up?
vegan is better. I just don't have the ability to.
Because I'm annoying.
I think being vegan is the right choice.
Adam, what's up?
I just want to open a vegan restaurant, or I guess like vegan McDonald's.
Ooh, that'd be sweet. How would you get the cost down? Just by like purchasing so much?
I mean, like logistically, it could just be grow my own food, sell it out of vegan McDonald's.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you can always go up, and if you build it in a like insect-proof building, you don't have to pay for pesticides.
Okay. And let's see. Okay, and then who wants that?
Yeah, Dakota. Let me put the 3 minutes on my head.
Wait, hold on, really quick. Let me figure this guy out.
Wait, Sarah, do you trust my judging abilities?
Oh shit.
Yeah, low key. I read your judge score on my debate. Top tier.
Okay.
Wait, can Haru and I judge? We're both like really non-biased on this.
Twitch spot. Hold on.
Wow, I got moved down. Coco's called me a low tier, by the way.
You got
Okay.
moved next to me, Haru.
Well,
I
guys,
got actually moved below you.
well, guys, we have 9 people in here, and we're gonna start our first debate. Well, actually, hold on. Tap the screen. Let's get to 2K before we start this first debate. But
No one
Dakota and
taps the
Seer
screen.
are gonna be our first debate of the night. But before we start the debate, let's tap the screen. Let's get to 2K. Please like and share the live with whoever you think might be interested. And then, yeah, our first debate of the night is going to be, does Christ say not to get married? And yeah,
Who's taking affirmative negation?
Dakota,
Dakota's
I
taking
think,
my
is saying that
affirmative.
Christ said not to get married, and then Seer is saying Christ did not say not to get married.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Sierra and Dakota, I'm not taking judges' notes.
But we're not gonna have any judges. We're gonna let the audience vote on it.
Wow.
Yeah, I think those that have eyes will see, and those that have ears will hear. So, by all means, judge.
This guy just quote Ephesians.
Is that only in Ephesians? No.
All right, I'll surrender my opening.
But yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we supposed to be conversing?
We got like 200 more likes until we get to 2K, but not yet.
Coco's just doing it for the likes and views. No, I'm joking.
And
everybody on the screen or you're getting blocked.
Oh, and okay, we've hit 2K, so now I guess we're gonna get started. So, Seer, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna get a 3-minute opener. It starts whenever you say your first word.
All right, I surrender my opening.
You're surrendering your opening?
Yeah.
Okay,
minus 30 points.
Seer is forfeiting his opening. Dakota, you get 3 minutes. It starts whenever you say your first word.
So Jesus affirms in 3 different gospels. So this is 3 separate witnesses that not everybody can accept this word. So we know that there are going to be people who express denial to his teachings and what he teaches to his disciples. The first source that I would give would be Matthew 19, verses 10 and 12. It specifies about, getting a divorce because of adultery. And then his disciples ask him specifically, if this is the position of a husband and a wife, it is better not to marry. Jesus then replies and says, this is not something everybody can accept, but only for God, for those whom God has appointed it. For while some are incapable of marriage because they were born so or were made so by men, there are others who have renounced themselves for the sake of the kingdom of heaven. This then is later echoed in the Gospel of Matthew still. This would be Matthew 22, verse 30. When Jesus is being questioned by the Pharisees about the resurrection and whose wife this is going to be, Jesus then affirms and says, when they are asked whose wife will she be, if they all married her, he says, you are mistaken, because you know neither the scriptures nor the power of God. At the resurrection, men and women do not marry and are like angels in heaven. This is a later theology that then is put in by Luke, but as well as Jesus' prophecy of the coming of the new age. The specific part there is that in Luke 20, verses 35 and 36, Jesus affirms and says, it echoes the same thing we just read in Matthew, but he says here in 20:34, Jesus said to them, the men and the women of this age both marry and are given in marriage, but those who are judged worthy of a place in the other world and of the resurrection of the dead do not marry, for they are not subject to death any longer. They are like angels. They are the children of God because they share in this resurrection. So Jesus does in fact say it is best not to get married, but he does not affirm to not to whatever, because he still builds a church on top of Peter, but that just proves that Peter hates his wife. So by all means, if you want to talk about the fallible part about the men who decide to get married, or do you want to contradict the one teacher himself, Jesus?
And with that, are you concluding your opening statement?
Yeah, he specifies not to get married. There's 2 verses.
Okay. And with that, that's gonna conclude your opening statement. And so now we're gonna move on to the 8-minute open discussion, which it's going to start. Let me set the timer.
Yeah.
It's gonna start now.
Yeah. So Dakota, does Matthew contradict Jesus?
I'm sure Matthew is fallible. He's just a man.
Oh, okay. So Matthew, a follower of God, contradicts God?
Yeah, that's not a surprise.
Okay, is the Bible reliable?
I wouldn't say the whole piece. I'd say the book of John more than anything, but I appreciate the Gospels as well.
Sure. So I'm actually gonna just, instead of doing this, I'm going to actually use your same source that you used in the book of Matthew. Matthew 19, 4 through 6 says, as a man and a woman should be put together, binded as one flesh. Matthew's explicitly saying that a man and a woman should be married. So if Matthew contradicts Jesus, and you used Matthew in your opening, are you going to contradict your own source, yes or no?
No, Jesus provides clarification to his disciples, hence the Great Commission of the call to become a disciple of Jesus. His disciples not only say it is best not to get married, Jesus affirms not everybody can accept that. So lead with your denial of non-acceptance of this.
Yeah, nobody can accept that. Not all can accept that. So is Jesus clarifying that some people can accept that?
Most definitely those that have been chosen for the sake of the kingdom.
Okay, so Jesus is not explicitly saying not to get married then, right?
You do have to carry out the curse.
It's a simple
curse and a blessing.
Wait, was any point in my question a false dichotomy or an answer you could not give?
I usually don't answer dichotomies. I try to answer in true truths.
Then that's fine. We'll keep it clear then.
Dichotomy is the eternal serpent.
Yeah. Did Jesus ever make a statement not to get married?
Best not to. In response and clarification, yeah.
Oh, okay. So the people who are married, that is a gift from God, they shouldn't be.
I would say, yeah, they should repent.
Oh, okay, so when Jesus is saying those who are chosen by God can get married, but those are who are not, best not. So he's contradicting his father? Because remember, in the book of Proverbs, it makes it clear that a man and a woman can get married. And God
in Leviticus, it suggests that more than one can get married. So do you trust Leviticus or do you trust Proverbs?
Is Leviticus about the Levites, the Levite priest, or is it about the people?
I'd say both. I don't seek iniquity between the people and the priest.
The book
They're
of
all
Leviticus,
just brothers. They're all just brothers. No. It's foolish to seek iniquity besides brothers. But
the
you can give them pride.
Leviticus,
by all means, elevate them spiritually, pridefully. That's ignorant.
Okay. The book of Leviticus actually elevates them spiritually, so don't even say that. Second, the book of Leviticus.
You idolize them because of a book?
Hold on, give me 1 second. Please allow me to finish. You keep interrupting. Did Jesus, or did Jesus not, contradict the Father?
If you're speaking of the first Lord God, yes. He did.
Oh, Jesus contradicts the Father?
I would say in certain parts, sure.
Okay, is the Father fallible?
I would say yes.
So God is fallible?
No. False equivalence.
Wait, is the Father not God?
Correct. The Father is the first Lord God who passed his throne on to his Son.
Okay. So the Father is not God. Jesus contradicts the God. Yeah, he's the Lord God. That's fine. Jesus contradicts the Father. Hold on. Jesus contradicts the Father. Jesus contradicts Proverbs. And Jesus contradicts Leviticus.
And the Father would contradict God, yes.
Wait, so Jesus is full of contradictions?
The Lord God.
The Lord God, that's fine. Is the Lord God. When I'm referring to the Father, I'm referring to your definition of Lord God, quote unquote. Just to clarity, so you don't have to keep saying and waste your breath. So we've established in this debate that the scriptures are fallible. Jesus contradicts Matthew. Matthew contradicts Jesus. Jesus contradicts Proverbs, the scriptures before him. What's he supposed to upkeep if he's the Messiah? So we're just full of surprises here. So by any chance,
those are false equivalences. No, quoted a few verses before, and then Jesus expresses clarification that he literally says not everybody will accept, and you're just expressing denial and claiming that that's truth by going a few verses before it and claiming it's a contradiction.
Do we need to look at the Greek?
He speaks on it. So
do we need to look at the Greek? Do we need to look at the Greek?
I would love to. The Greek actually in Luke chapter 20, verse 34 or 35 and 36 expresses the new age more than most Bibles that cover it up and claim of this world.
That's fine. Let's go to the Sinaiticus. So when Jesus says, not all will be married, the genitive all, meaning not everybody, but the people who will, referring to a singularity of a group, who will get married, is a gift from God. What God is he talking about here?
I don't know what you're quoting right now.
I'm quoting the same verse that you brought up when it says that not all people will be married, but the people who are married would be a gift by God.
In 19?
Yeah.
Matthew 19, you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
What are you quoting exactly? I'm sorry.
All right, here. Let me just go get the verse.
You're claiming the contradiction when then Jesus talks after that. That part again. You're like claiming that like the flour that you put into the brownies is a contradiction that you made brownies. It doesn't add up to me. You're going back in time and then talking about like old age stuff that I don't think you really grasp. But by all means, let's get the verse. And it's funny, Jesus himself even tells us those will deny it. So let's see.
Yeah, 1 Corinthians chapter 7. What God is here?
Oh, Paul is
What
fallible.
God?
Paul calls himself your
That's
spiritual
fine.
father. Jesus says,
Yeah.
call no man on earth father. Paul is fallible. I do not accept Paul. He's a false
You don't
teacher.
accept Paul? Okay.
The only teacher and the only man I will ever accept is Jesus Christ himself. You
So you accept the book of Wait, you accept the book of
Paul is truth at all. John is what led me to my personal experience. Yes, I will accept John.
Just a clarity for this debate. You don't accept the Trinity.
Correct.
You don't accept
Trinity
Paul.
is false.
Hold on, allow me to finish, please. I have 1 minute left. You don't accept the Trinity. You don't accept Paul. You don't accept Matthew. Do you accept Mark? Is Mark fallible?
I accept Matthew, Mark, and John. I'm not sure about Luke because he was a disciple of Paul.
Does Matthew contradict Jesus?
I don't think so. I think Matthew is a beautiful book that actually enables us to look into the
Hey, dumb fuck, lock in. You established in the beginning of this debate, the recording's there, okay, that Matthew contradicts and is fallible, and you don't interpret him. If something is fallible and contradicts Jesus, is that an inherent contradiction and cannot be taken true or false?
Jesus responds momentarily after that, claiming it's a contradiction as feeble, because I literally mentioned you will deny, or people will deny because they can't accept it. That's all you're proving, is that Jesus is truthful in everything.
Yeah, this fucking guy. Are you autistic by any chance? Do I need to bring out building blocks for you?
I would prefer building blocks because I don't think you understand it.
Of course you will. Of course you will. So if I have
I don't even think you can explain it with color.
No, it's okay. I'm going to explain it. If I have the red building block and the blue building block,
and then they melt and make purple, do you still have a red building block? No, no contradiction exists.
Oh, okay.
With that, we do have to stop it there. Now we're going to 3-minute closers. Seer, your 3 minutes starts whenever you say your first word.
Thank you. So, we have no reliable source for him to even substantiate in a debate that Christ did not say to Mary. He rejects Matthew, which Matthew quotes Jesus. He rejects Luke, which Luke accounts for Jesus. He does apparently.
Do I interject when he lies?
Allow me to.
No, it's the closing statements.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He doesn't understand. He said, well, Matthew, he said Peter's a bastard, for he does not know his father before him, and he contradicts Jesus because he has a church, which makes no fucking sense at all. I just want to make that known. He fails to understand in his logic that if he accepts Mark, he has to accept fucking Peter. Because Mark's account is the second-hand account of Peter. Every scholar knows that. So we understand Dakota doesn't accept any scripture to interpret Jesus. All he accepts is John, in which we can make scholarly accounts that John is not a reliable source. I surrender the rest of my time.
Okay, and with that, that's going to end your closing statement. And Dakota, you're going to get 3 minutes. It starts whenever you say your first word.
Sure. I do affirm the Gospels and the witness of Jesus Christ, which would mean I affirm Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, reluctantly of my ego or not, and the disdain that I have for the false teacher Paul that most Christian orthodoxy has been built on and the perversions come from. Ignoring my ego and my disliking towards Paul, there are 3 sources that Jesus specifies, and twice within Matthew, where he specifies it's best not to get married. That's for the sake of the kingdom. You can choose not the sake of the kingdom. It's entirely up to you. He never gets rid of that free will. But to claim that he didn't say that, or to claim that he never said it, he himself, I think, says it better than I could ever. in Matthew, 19, 10 through 12, his disciples, again, ask for clarification. It's best not to get married. Jesus says, not everybody can accept that. And then he affirms that we are like children of God, and it's for the sake of the kingdom. So I would say that more than ever, it is important to not get married, to not be selfish, and to go against the will of the kingdom, but to accept that and see what your inheritance can bring to the rest of everybody. But with that, I'll end my time.
Okay. And with that, that's going to conclude Dakota's time. Now, there's 12 people in here. You guys get to decide who the winner is. So I'm going to like open up the poll. The poll is just going to be like a very quick poll. And basically, hit the smiley emoji if you think that Dakota won. He's on the smiley emoji side. And then hit the crying emoji if you think that Sierra won. Sierra's on the crying side. But yeah, the audience gets to decide who the winner is. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the debate. I'm going to edit it. I'm going to post it on YouTube. And yeah, that's basically Fight Night Fridays.
Sweet.
Can I ask one clarifying question?
Go for it.
So, Sarah, what do you mean by, like, accusing an individual of being autistic and then using the terminology to break it down to a lower level? Are you saying individuals with autism are functioning at a lower level?
Oh God,
Everything
no!
like that to a basic functionality?
Why would I do that? That just seems so idiotic of me. Of course not. I'm saying that in some case he might have a misdeveloped brain, in which I was asking him if he had autism, so maybe I could figure out a different way to break it down to him. Maybe a little bit better for his understanding.
By the way, you guys tied. There's 13 people in here and we got like 6 votes. Was everybody listening? Was everybody paying attention? But it's okay. It's okay. 6 votes will do. But yeah. It was a tie between Sierra and Dakota. So congratulations to both of you, I guess. And we're gonna move on to the next debate. Whoever wants to debate.
If I could say too, I'm not claiming that he forbids it, right? The only thing he forbids is blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. That's the only thing that really ever feels forbidden. But marriage is not one of those things. I just think that there's higher callings for some people, and I think some of us naturally fall into seeing that, and seeing that Jesus teaches that is it was a big eye opener, at least for myself.
Oh, okay. Wesley Fraser said, "I am absolutely judge of authority. Seer 1. His name is now Seer, but like add like 2 E's."
Yeah, it's because every time I win, I add an E to my name.
No.
Yeah, GG's. Love a tie.
But I mean, the audience voted and like decided that it was a tie between the both of you. So I don't know.
Seer, did you vote?
Voted for myself. Yeah. Did you?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Never mind.
Yeah, so that would mean Dakota won.
Yeah, Dakota won. Here, get this on recording. Dakota beat me. Dakota beat me via win. I'll even comment on the video and say Dakota beat me. Can't bear fault. Can't bear fault.
I thought about voting for myself. I'm not gonna lie, and then I was like, I'll leave it.
Okay,
I'm glad you did though.
Dakota won because the vote was kind of skewed. Seer voted for himself, but okay. Well, congratulations, Dakota. Good job. You won the first debate of the night tonight. But yeah, Fight Night Fridays, and yeah, we're doing any topic. So there's 14 people in here. If you want to come up and join the atheist side, but like Dakota's not an atheist, but I had to kind of like separate him because he was debating Seer, and I don't think Haru is a theist by any means.
Well, then what's my position, Coco?
It's definitely not that God. Well, I mean, like you LARP that God exists.
Can you define LARPing real quick?
Taking on a position that you don't actually genuinely hold.
Yeah, is there any evidence that I don't hold the position that God exists?
We have recordings of you saying that you're an atheist.
Wait, actually, yeah. Wait, I can, because I asked you if there was a creator who grounds distinctions. You said you're agnostic to that. So that's just going to be like a blunder.
Yeah, that's typically not how I'm defining God and the mechanical means that I'm alluding upon.
Blackpilled wants to debate women on corn. I think corn is great. Does anyone disagree with that? Autumn, I know you disagree with that.
Yeah, me and Autumn completely disagree on that statement.
Autumn, you're against the corn industry, right?
I'm against pornography, yeah.
Okay, Black Pilled, you're gonna be debating Autumn.
What?
Wait, Autumn, do you want to debate?
I mean, I'm currently operating a motor vehicle, but I
Okay,
can't.
okay, Haru, do you want your first ever debate that someone's actually willing to debate you?
Come up, and I just want to hear how the individual talks or
Okay.
argues. I may choose to debate, I may not.
Okay, Black Pill request up, and you'll be debating Haru if he chooses.
Yo, thanks for having me up. I'm gonna drop down.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Come back
Yeah,
anytime.
yo, peace and blessings, y'all. Thanks.
Yeah, God bless.
Let's see.
That's insane.
What? Well, Black Pilled, come up. If you want to debate, come up, Black Pilled. But
Yeah,
yeah.
Gritty, come up. Gritty, come up.
Wait,
Can we get
Seer,
Gritty muted?
hold on. Isn't Seer against pornography too?
I am going to assume so because he is a Christian. I don't. Well, Seer, what's your view on pornography?
It's the devil's iconography.
The devil's iconography. Interesting.
You notice how Gritty has everything to say in the comments but won't come up?
Guess what? Kylo just DM'd me. He just DM'd me the video that we just had, the debate.
Yeah.
He acts like that affects me. Like, buddy, Coco already has it posted.
Oh, you versus Kylo? Duplicate. Middle, center, to the back, and then edit.
I think Gritty's like addicted to my gender identity or gender orientation I'm actively expressing.
Maybe. I don't know, he's requesting, I'm just not bringing him up. I don't really know what he's on about.
Yo, Seer Kylo asked if the argument was
Coco,
valid.
I'm the one who has problems with Gritty.
Why aren't you glazing him for asking? I did glaze him for asking, Ben. He's a fucking nerd.
I'll happily debate Gritty.
Corn is a good /
But he didn't nerd out like you. What's the truth table, buddy? Ha 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 ha.
Corn is a good / okay.
But Coco, is Gritty actually in the request?
Yeah.
Since Black Pill isn't coming up, I'll debate Gritty.
I was gonna say, I'm about to make it to my destination so I can debate.
Okay.
Yeah, I came up here just to call all of you a bunch of slurs, beginning with Coco. Coco, you're a dirty nigga.
Crazy word.
Yeah, so Gritty, what topic?
Gritty, you want to debate Haru in a short debate for following this format?
Well, hold on, let me read it.
It doesn't have to be
the
this topic. It can be any topic.
Does Christ say not to get married?
It doesn't have to be that topic. Just look at the format. Are you okay with this format?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah,
what topic
so
would
what
you guys
topic?
like to do?
I'm kind of okay with anything that goes into gender politics or like anything to that aspect.
Trans women
I
or women?
know. What's that?
You guys want to debate trans women or women?
Yeah, let's do that. 2 minutes. That's it. That's all you have, Daru.
I know the position's already open. I'll even turn on my camera. Just give me a minute.
Oh my god.
Haru, let me see that cute mug, bro. No cap.
Not Force 2.0.
Yo, Prince, what's the wordy, Broody?
Yo, what's good in the hood, big pimpin'?
Nothing. We got church tomorrow. Wait, tomorrow's Sunday, right? Friday, Saturday.
Nah, tomorrow's Saturday, gang.
My bad. We got church after tomorrow.
I got my final interview with Archbishop Campbell tomorrow.
Okay, W.
Yeah. Yo, I don't know if y'all knew this, but Seer is actually a domestic T word. Yeah, he bangs on the 5 word of brown.
Yeah, yo, on 5. Bro, I was actually rolling around in my bed when you sent me that video of that white girl saying on phone them.
On 5, you don't bang P. Word of brown. Yo, Coco.
Yeah.
Obviously, I ain't come up here to debate, twin. I just came to chop it up with the guys, you know what I'm saying? What time are you ending this live?
Shut the hell up, Prince.
I literally would fuck your mother's throat. Relax, brother. What'd you say, Coco?
I'm not sure. My heart feels weird. I should probably drink water.
You want me to love on you, bro? You need some love, man.
Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of all right.
Yeah. Nah, Coco, you're my guy.
Get some water, man. If you need some water, man, your body's telling you something.
Yeah.
Maybe, Coco, there's a Christ-sized hole in your heart. You need to fill it, man. You ever thought about that?
Nah, I'm good.
I think Coco is a believer, but I think he's too caught up in his lives and pretty much the hours and hours.
Is that a raccoon?
Yo, it's a coon on my screen. Oh my god.
Sorry, I get really excited when I see raccoons. They're like little burglars.
No, that's Coco.
Damn, that's crazy.
No, like raccoons, they're like dressed up like little burglars. It's their nature's
Why you say
burglars.
raccoon like that?
Raccoon? That's how we say it in the Midwest.
Do you say pecan?
Pecan?
Yeah. You say it like
Yeah,
that, or you say pecan?
it. Yeah.
The people in Texas. And
No, that
South
sounds
say
too similar
pecan.
to a town near me that I hate. That's full of meth heads.
Type shit.
In East Texas, you can buy math out of a vending machine.
Yo, Forrest, play me in Madden, bro. Stop ducking.
Right now, let's go, pussy.
Dead homies. Hold
Dude,
on,
one time I toured a house and there was a math lab in the basement.
No way.
Yahweh, it was in Pecan.
Yahweh, speaking of the name of God, do you guys know about your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Absolutely. You want me to speak Latin?
Me and Gritty are about to formally debate.
Off the panel.
Yeah. So everybody, Force is a known racist.
Yo, there's a guy going around, Memento Mori, saying that I'm the person who called Coco the N-word with a hard R instead of John Mondragon. So he's friends with John, and he's saying that I was the one that called Coco that.
You did. I was there. I was there.
Yeah, we were there, Force. Like, how dare you?
All right.
Okay, guys. So Haru versus.
Who the hell is that, Coco?
Haru versus Gritty Bone on the topic.
I think the picture is actually offensive. To be honest, you should get rid of the photo.
Why? Is that not a trans woman?
Yeah. Wait. How is it offensive? How is it offensive?
I don't know.
Haru, do you ever realize that like Seer's doing you like you do other people?
What do you mean?
Wait, Haru, why are you willing to debate Gritty Bone on the topic but not me?
Damn, crazy.
Because like I would say me and Gritty are within like 2 tiers of each other. I would still classify myself as a C tier.
No. He just got a call, which is great because Gritty's not even on a tier. Gritty's a no tier. He's not a low tier. He's a no tier. He genuinely just wants to come up, be an antagonist, a contrarian. Then when you kick him, I got you. Then when you kick him, he wants to say, I won. He's basically Rock Soul or...
I did win.
You've never won anything in your life. That's why...
Hey, Forrest, how does it feel to lose? How does it feel to lose, Forrest? How does it feel to lose?
I wouldn't know, but how does it feel to be back in the comments?
Beat you, Forrest.
Hey, Forrest, how does it feel to lose?
I'm I'm looking for a picture that is a
I'm
bit.
not good at offense, Prince. I usually let my
Yo,
roommate
Prince
play
is
where you guys.
mogging right now. Hold on, Prince is bringing out his inner light skin.
It's not even much of a debate. I
Hey,
just want to
somebody
ask
play
Haru
Chris
a few
Brown
questions.
right now. It's an emergency.
Boy,
No,
I'm
never
playing
Chris
him.
Brown.
I'm playing him right now.
Yeah, why
Somebody
Prince
won't
go
Somebody
you
crazy.
play Brett
debate
Favre,
winner?
right? Somebody
Prince
play Brett Favre right now. Somebody play Party Next Door at the moment.
Seer, I just want you to be like genuinely and authentically cool, but you try so hard and fail.
Forrest, listen, I don't know why you have like
I just want the
autism.
best for you, kid.
I know, but like Forrest, I don't know why you have autism and you find it just like
I
as
don't.
you're autistic. Hold on, just allow
Hey,
me to
Javon.
finish. I know. Hey Forrest, I know that you're very panicked right now and you're getting nervous and your hands are
Spell
shaking.
panic.
It's okay. Forrest, calm down. I'm only here to help you. Listen.
Forrest, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I gotta lock in. My little brother's watching me, so I'm gonna have to dominate you rhetorically.
You get beat, you're gonna be real
About to
embarrassed.
bounce, man. This is lame.
I'm finding
Yeah.
friend request, accept. Player search, Prince_go crazy. Got it.
That's dash. It's not underscore.
Oh, Prince_go crazy.
Okay, don't worry, guys. I'm working on it. Just give me.
Yo, you don't have to take the woman off. Haru doesn't even know why you should. Just put the timer on the head, but
Wait, is it actually not a trans woman?
I'm already there. Okay, hold on.
yo, wait, what team are you playing as, Forrest?
Oh shit. I don't know. It depends on what he picked. I mean, I just put in his
What are
name
the
and I
rules
fucking
of this
erased it.
debate? What are the rules of this debate before
You have to have at least 4 brain cells to join, so you're disqualified.
At least I'm not
Javon?
racist. At least I'm not racist.
Neither am I, and I'm
such
pretty
a
sure you
baby.
probably are.
I was there when you said the N-word with a hard R. I was there. I witnessed it.
Yeah, Forrest.
Gritty Bone. The rules are just like have some decorum, be respectful of your interlocutor. You know,
I can't do that.
Wait,
Okay.
real quick, Autumn,
Wait.
Autumn, can you spell interlocutor?
I can for her.
INTERLOC.
Whoa!
She's got it. Shut up.
I got it
Whoa,
right.
whoa,
Shut up.
whoa.
Yeah,
I'm just slow.
Okay, really quick.
Forrest, who's
Wait,
your real
hold
team?
on, guys.
I didn't know
hold
this
on,
was a
guys.
spelling test.
We're doing
Hold
pro.
on, guys. Hold on,
all
guys. Oh darn. There was a guy who was gonna let up, but like his request got moved. But I do have the background.
Storm
Here it
Shadow's
is.
asking to come up.
Wait. Sorry, wrong.
Oh man, hold on. Why am I on the feminist LGBT Satanist?
This guy can't even get the
team.
words out of his mouth. Dude, we already know, listen, that your whole search history is full of like rainbow stuff, okay? So just come out of the closet. It's a safe space. I promise nobody's going to judge you, all right?
Can you move my teams, bro? I don't know.
No, you're going to be right here. You're going to be right here, buddy. Right
I don't
underneath
know.
me. Right where you're going to be right where you want to be. Right underneath me, okay? And I'm going to muzzle you up, and I'm going to stuff your mouth.
Just be gentle.
Forrest, I know you want to have a sexual.
Here, I don't know why you'd be speaking at a time like this, right? Because like this conversation doesn't even have anything to do with you. This is between me and my son, all right?
He's mudded. Haru,
Dear, why are you so interested in Forrest's sex life? Like, do you want to be involved?
I don't know.
There's a lot of men on this app that. How long have I been here? Maybe 5 minutes.
Directly included.
Prince. 1 second, low tier. Please be quiet while I just ask Prince a question. Prince, fatigue, yes. All pro, 6 minutes. Accelerated clock. Injuries off. Even teams off. Game style competitive. Commentary team random.
Yeah. Invite me.
6 minutes.
That's fine.
I'm not that good at offense, but I'm gonna.
That's
try.
fine. I suck at defense anyway.
Oh, perfect. So online, my roommate and he plays offense, and I play special teams and defense. And he goes for 2 points every time. So I don't know how to kick, so I'm just gonna go for 2 every time. You can pick any team.
Haru, we can't hear you if you're speaking. By the way,
Haru, this is good practice for me.
All right. Okay.
Let me and Gritty debate.
Yo,
Gritty, please come back up here.
Bone, where the fuck did you go, bro? Get the fuck back up here.
It's because like a lot of individuals were overspeaking both of us and everything like that, so he ran. And that's why I wanted to have the debate start immediately so he couldn't run or he'd run in the middle of the debate.
Holy yeah.
And
Wait,
I
before he
told y'all
comes
that
back
multiple
up,
different times.
Before he comes back up, did we notice the interaction between Forrest and Prince? Like, I think they're made in heaven. Like, he was like, oh yeah, I'm not good at offense, and he was like, wait, but like I'm good at defense. And I'm just like, that's the cutest thing ever. Like you guys just need to kiss. Like you're perfect for each other.
I'll do it.
Wait,
Storm,
what?
are you a atheist or Christian?
I'll do it if
I am
Haru
a
joins.
Christian.
Okay.
do you believe trans women are women?
Do you believe trans women are women?
No.
Would you want to debate
Um,
that topic?
Are you willing to debate it?
I mean, maybe by definition, but
Okay,
you
let's
don't gotta
debate trans
believe.
women are women. Let's give our opening statements,
I'm
8-minute
sure the
rebuttals.
definition probably says that they are.
No, I'm not even using definitive definitions. I'm using a definition that I
Yeah.
hold to. And the way that this debate will typically go is we're debating gender identity, we're debating like terminologies between sex and gender and the correlations and everything like that.
Yeah, I don't agree with that though. I agree with like
Okay,
2012
then.
and below. Like because like I think that they
Yeah.
became I think it was 2012 they became women, like real women, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, let's debate then. Let's debate, buddy.
All right,
Are you
okay.
okay with this format up on the screen?
Yeah, 3-minute openers per person, 8-minute open discussion, and 3-minute closers per person.
3 minutes. That okay.
You
All
can
right.
concede your time if it's too much
I would
after
say
you
there's
finish
there's
with
a
your
long
opening
amount of
statement.
time. I
Okay.
feel like a minute and a half would like, you know,
Yeah,
like
then just concede your time at a minute and a
every time
half.
I've ever gotten a minute, I've always been able to get like every point across, but like the last sentence.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so let's do 3 minutes, and then concede your time when you're done.
okay.
All right.
Haru, you got 3 minutes on the clock. It starts whenever you say your first word.
Me?
Or Haru.
Okay.
Affirmations going first.
Wait, is it teams or is it just me versus Haru? And also, would you say you're a trans woman?
Just Haru versus you.
Okay. All right.
Yep, it starts whenever you say your first word.
First
Why
word.
do you keep smiling, bro?
Yeah, so, wow, I keep getting interrupted. So I'll be taking the affirmative position transgender women are women, and transgender men are men. The reason why I hold to transgender women being women is due to the utility and baseline defense that I can give for the argumentation that I'll be alluding upon. So the definition of woman that I'm using is an individual above the age of consent that has internalized bias that is influenced through social and cultural norms. This internalized bias is shown through a non-finite cluster concept, which is correlated around the sex that can produce large gametes of offspring, but not exclusive to the sex that can produce large gametes or offspring. This definition also encompasses individuals that do not have the ability to produce large gametes. This is a hypothetical sense where this individual would not have the qualifiers to produce these gametes. Under a lot of individuals' definitions of women that would revolve around adult human female, they would not have the qualifiers of an individual that has a different classification than the typical terminology of female. So that's the main reason why I believe transgender women are women. To win this position, my opponent will have to show how my definition does not hold more utility and is not more parsimonious. And I already gave reasons why my definition holds more utility.
Are you concluding your opening statement there?
I concede my time.
Okay. And with that, that's going to be his opening statement. Now, Storm, you get 3 minutes. It starts whenever you say your first word.
All right. First word. My bad. I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm not saying you're wrong, because you probably are right. It's probably the definition. I used to debate all the time. People would be like, "Nope, that ain't real," and they'd fact check me. And it got to the point where like I'm just to that point where I used to study and stuff like that. Now I'm like, you know what? If you were born with it, you were born with it. If you weren't born with it, if you weren't. I mean, I'm gonna respect you. If you tell me you're a woman, I'm gonna respect your belief, because I think that with respect, you should always respect someone's ideologies, but it shouldn't interfere with your own life. Like I'm not gonna try to build you a bathroom, but I'll call you woman if you want to be called woman, if that makes you feel better. But I just don't think that. And I think that's all I wanted to say. And I think everyone. Well, I mean, you can't expect everyone to agree with you, because everyone live their entire life. Like you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You can't teach a 50-year-old man who's only ever seen it like with two genders something different with this new science, especially when science has like been that way their whole life, you know?
Yeah. Just a reminder, you are arguing the position that trans women are not women, right?
I mean, they got women in the name, so I would, you know, they are a form of woman, just not like a woman. They're like a form, the form that like, I mean, I don't want to say the words like real woman, but like I don't know how else to word it.
Okay.
Or
Um,
biological, I mean.
and do you want to continue this debate with Haru? You want to?
Sure. Like,
Wait,
would you say,
yeah,
because
if
like,
we
would you
want to
say a
reset,
trans
we could
woman?
do.
Would you say a trans woman is a? I would like to continue. Would you say a trans woman is a biological woman or no?
Okay, actually, wait,
Yes.
pause there. Don't answer that yet. So I'm gonna end the countdown, and then you guys are gonna go into 8-minute open discussion. It belongs to both of you, and this is the time to establish your position and discredit your opponent's position. And it starts now.
Yeah, so I personally believe trans women are biological women due to the way that we're invoking biological. Biological here just means a living organism or an individual with DNA to a certain extent. Trans woman obviously has DNA or is a living organism, and under the definition that I prior gave for women, under that definition, trans woman would be woman. So yet again, can you rebuttal the position of trans women not being
All
women
right.
under your semantical worldview and how your definition holds more utility and is more parsimonious than my definition? If you fail to do that, then you can't win this debate. And
I
that's
can
the
do that.
only way that you can defeat my position.
I can do that. But may I ask you a question first? Would you say that there is? So, were you born a biological male? Yes or no?
Why is that relevant for the conversation?
Because, like, okay, so or you don't want to like argue what you are by chance or
I
no?
have an intersex classification, if that helps you.
Like, did
But it's not
what?
relevant for the conversation
All
that we're
right, okay,
debating right
so
now. Do you understand that?
all right, okay, yeah, I understand it, but like, whatever, but like, I can get your pronouns or no?
I don't care. It's still not relevant for the debate that we're having. So
All
can
right.
you defeat the position that I'm alluding upon
Okay,
or
well, there's no
prescribing to and give a
studies. I
worldview?
remember there's no liable studies that like they even have stats to show that like you're so like all these trans women, the ones who were born biological men, their brains are closer related to men, and they like every single time. There's no actual studies that say that they aren't, other than just like the wishful thinking studies and like this heavily influenced study. There's no studies. Your brain is a if that is you biological male. Like if you were born with like a peener, then your brain is like just like all the other men's brains and women's brains. Like so, even trans women, their brains are still man's brains. Like, and there's no science that proves otherwise. I've looked into this many times, and I could look into it again.
So the study that you're referring to actually proves that there are not male or female brains because we can look into the sample size that is actively upon that and we can see quote unquote female brains aligning with quote unquote male brains. The study that you're referring to defeats your position. Do you understand that?
All right, so you're saying
And
that
the
there's
sample
no
size was only like it was either 10 to 15,000, which is a medium study size. There are no male and female brains. This is just a correlation for like quote unquote sexism, basically.
even better,
But
even
everything
better,
like that to a
even
basis.
better.
Yet again, you still haven't defeated my position that I
No,
alluded
I'm
upon
actually glad
earlier
that you
or
corrected
gave a
me on a mini
definition that
thing
can
because
defeat or hold more utility and is more parsimonious than the definition that I prior gave.
me being
Do
wrong
you
in that
understand
instance
that?
actually made my entire opinion stronger. It actually made like the position that I'm arguing stronger, and it made yours weaker. Like me being wrong was not the answer you wanted. Like so, there's
Explain.
literally nothing. Like so, like biologically, you're closer to a man. Like even the brain is like there's nothing in there like that's different that we could see other than like feeling based.
So what you're not understanding is gender or gender identity is like a conclusive principle that is established through like a correlation of an individual's
Feelings,
presentation or an individual's identity. Gender is typically defined as a subset of a category distinction.
but it's based off feelings
So
though.
this subset of a category distinction would be man, woman, non-binary, blank and blank and blank. So under like this category, trans women would still fit under the definition and category of women. I'm not saying trans women are females, but I'm saying they are to a biological sense because they are a living organism with DNA
So
and
there's
everything like
nothing
that, and they're
physically
also
that
women.
you're saying that there's nothing. I don't. You're saying that
Yeah,
there's
there's
nothing
nothing
physically
physically
we
that
could see.
defines an individual's gender. Correct.
So it's just feeling based.
How are you defining feeling?
Okay, so psychology, like any psychology
No,
book, you could.
correction. How are you defining feeling? Can you define feeling, real?
All right. Okay. So if I'm like, I feel like I like broccoli more than Brussels sprouts, right? Like, there's nothing inside of my brain that like can prove to you like which one is actually true. So what you're gonna have to do is, I guess the closest thing you can really get is to just see which one I eat more, if anything. Like that's the closest you're gonna get, or rely on me telling you something, right? And because of that, you can't rely on me telling you something because psychology is interpretation based. Um, and people lie. So like what we really like the raw actual physical evidence shows your brain's not different, but your body is, and that's what we could see. So like however you feel or however you say that you feel isn't going to change what you are.
Yet again, I made the claim that trans women are biologically male or have a classification of male, but they are a biological woman due to the definitions that I already set forth. What you are doing
Okay, give me it one more time. Give me it one
is
more time.
debating the position of male and female. I'm claiming trans women are male, but they fit under the category of woman due to the definition that I actively displayed. Correction, I'll repeat the definition
But
for
are
you.
real
So a woman
biological
is an
women
individual above
classified
the age
as
of
male?
consent that has
No.
internalized bias that is influenced through social and cultural norms. This internalized bias is shown through a non-finite cluster concept that is revolved around
Internalized
the sex to
bias
reduce
concept. You're not hearing the keywords you're saying?
large gametes or offspring.
That's what I just said. It is internalized bias, not feelings. My internalized bias would be that I
Internalized
prefer
bias
broccoli
would
to
be
Brussels
feeling.
sprouts. But
Correction,
like,
internalized
but
bias
real
would be feeling
biological
under the
women are
classification that you
not
pre-described.
with what you just now said. Real biological women are not ever classified as biologically male, but trans women are. You just now said your exact words that trans women are classified as biologically male. You just said that.
Yes, they are
And then
male, but they are a biological
and then
woman.
you said what makes a trans woman a woman is internalized bias in their
No,
concepts of
correction. I
gender.
said what makes a woman is my definition. And yet again,
That's internalized
you
bias
haven't
though.
listened to
That's your
me
feelings.
any in this debate.
I'm saying the
So
words you told
I'm
me.
making the affirmative claim that trans women are male, but trans women are also a biological organism that is a woman. And that's all I'm meaning when trans women are a biological woman. Do you understand that?
I understand completely. I'm the
Then
only.
you would understand that trans women are a biological woman. And that
You
you would
just said that
understand to
they're
defeat my
biologically
position, you would
male.
have to give a definition
That was what
that
you
holds
just now
more
told me.
utility or more
Your
parsimony
exact
or is
words.
more parsimonious than my definition, or you'd have to defeat my definition and destroy it.
That's
Just saying.
contradictory. You said the only thing that separates them is an internalized bias of the concept of gender.
Huh?
You said
That's
that
not what
because
I
you
said
said
at
that. Yes,
all.
you did. Yes, you did because you said that like I'm saying all of your words exactly. I'm not even swaying them. I'm not even changing them. There's a lick of fabrication.
Okay, we're gonna have to stop right there, and we're gonna move to closing statements.
Real
Haru,
quick,
you're
can
gonna
we
get
do Q&A after?
yeah. Haru, you're gonna get
Bet.
3 minutes on the clock. It starts when you say your first word.
I would just want to say I'm sorry for wasting every individual's time on this panel. This individual has obviously displayed a lack of intelligence in this debate. And I would happily debate this individual again if they would be more informed on the topic or had critical thinking skills. Yet again, in my opening statement, I displayed that transgender women were women due to the definition that I was describing. The definition that I was describing for a woman was an individual above the age of consent that has internalized bias that is influenced through social and cultural norms. This internalized bias is shown through a non-finite cluster concept ideals that is represented upon the sex that produce large gametes or offspring, but not exclusive to the sex that can produce large gametes or offspring. The hypothetical sense that I gave, where my definition would hold more utility than a lot of individuals' definitions that use the definition of adult human female, is a hypothetical sense where an individual is not producing the gametes or has the sexual organs to have the classification of female to a degree or regard. This individual failed to display a definition or to compete with the hypothetical sense that I gave. This individual did not understand my definitions, and this individual doesn't understand the qualifications I'm alluding to whenever I'm using woman, female, male, or man. And I've already explained the definition I'm using for women. And I already described that trans women are not females, but they are males. That's all I'm saying. So I can say the rest of my time, and thank you.
Yep, and with that, it's going to be the end of Haru's closer. Storm, you get 3 minutes to do your closing statements. It starts whenever you say your first word.
I try to not insult another's intelligence, because I did learn one time that that's one of the biggest signs of low intelligence. So I choose myself to not do that. However, I respect your opinions and your beliefs. Although the definitions that we used here, that you had said that I made claims, I didn't make a single claim. The definitions I was using were the definitions that Haru had given me, and I was just saying them how they were contradictory to themselves. And it just didn't really, it was like a word salad. It was like I gave Haru alphabet soup in perfect order, and he or she, I don't want to assume, just like stirred it all up and the letters got scattered everywhere, and we just got into internalized concepts of what we thought things were and not what they actually were, which I believe it falls under the category of feeling based logic. I think it's limited perspective bias. I feel as though a lot of people like Haru wanted things to be a certain way, and enough of them got into psychology, and they were even able to change what was once a mental illness into something that I guess makes them feel better. Because the whole thing contradicts itself many times. But I'm not gonna say, that's just my opinion. I'm not gonna say Haru isn't intelligent, because I'm sure that, like, man, I mean, anyone who's willing to memorize that many things must be very passionate about something. So I gotta have respect for that. But yeah, I guess this is a really well set up debate. It's the most well set up debate in TikTok I've ever been in. I appreciate it. I do disagree. If y'all want to keep on debating something else, I'm down.
Are you ending your closing statement there?
Yeah, that's my closing statement.
Okay, thank you for your closing statement. Now, everyone in the audience, there's 31 people in here. Please make sure that you're tapping your screens, liking the live, and sharing it with whoever you think might be interested. I'm going to set up the poll, and basically the audience is going to get to choose the winner. You guys are choosing all the winners tonight for every single debate. So I'm going to do a poll after every debate, and you guys vote, and that will be the winner of the debate. So I'm putting up the poll now.
You got a feminist and someone who looks like they are against God down there too. You let me go against them. I feel like I'd do way better.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that. The smiley face is going to be for
How do I vote for Haru?
The smiley face is going to be for Haru.
I'll
He's on
look at the crying face.
side.
Look at the crying face.
The crying face is for Storm. Storm is on the crying face side. And you
we
guys get
can't
to
vote for ourselves?
You can, but I'd have to make sure both opponents vote for themselves to make it even, to make sure it doesn't skew the results. But yeah,
damn, you're winning.
There's 27 people in here. Please vote. Vote for who you think won.
Yeah, I think somebody in the gas script had a Q&A, like they want to do Q&A, but
Actually, right now, while we're waiting for the votes, you guys can do like Q&A. Go for it. Any questions? Any comments? Questions? Concerns?
Dude, I
critiques?
fucking lost. I guess that's the only really comment. I got blown out. Fuck.
Yeah, man.
Haru, bro.
Okay. Well,
Accidentally voted for Haru. Can we restart?
Well, I mean, even if we discount your vote, Haru still won by the majority. So congratulations, Haru. On
Actually, I accidentally voted for Haru too. My finger kind of
that's
slipped.
that still wouldn't change anything.
You know,
It
they
was
also
it was
7 other
10-2.
people also said that they accidentally voted for Haru
Yeah,
as well.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
All right,
I'm
but
like,
Haru, congratulations on your first debate on TikTok that you've won, your first formal debate. So good on you for that.
I
Any
feel
comment?
like that's because Haru knew these definitions.
I had some problems with how Haru debated, but I'm gonna keep that to myself.
Haru's so good.
But
No, I grant that I had problems
He's
in
so
my debate
sexy.
structure. And I didn't formalize my arguments the way that I should have. I
but
grant
no,
that.
Haru
Can you
did a
teach
very
I
good
me?
think
job.
you should. I think you should restart because multiple people are saying they accidentally voted for Haru. So
Yo,
just
Haru, can you be my teacher?
not the Kylo glaze.
But actually, okay. Let me ask the comment section. We have 27 people in the comments. I'm gonna ask this question and type yes or no. Should I redo the poll? Do you guys want to vote again? Say yes. If you want
Why
to
did
vote again,
everyone
say no.
accidentally vote? How do you make that mistake?
Yeah, I mean, on the background, we do have the smiley face and the crying face emoji. So like, whatever side the person who's debating is on, that's going to be the emoji for the voting.
Bro, that's so unfair. Haru already won.
I mean, Haru won, but some people are saying they accidentally voted for the wrong person.
Kylo, no degree wants to debate you, bro.
Nah, it's good. I say Haru just wins. And it ain't really worth it to me. And we can get onto a new debate faster too.
Okay. Well, I guess Haru. I mean, regardless, yeah, Haru, you won, and people were asking for a Q&A, but like, ask your questions. Go for it.
Yeah, just for like the Q&A sake, Haru, you made a distinction between a biological female and a female. Can you support that distinction?
When did I affirm the claim that there was a difference between biological female
I
and
don't think you
female?
necessarily.
The claim that I
Yeah, I
made
don't.
was trans women are biological women, but they are also males. The way that I'm defining biological in this instance would be a living organism that possesses DNA. And I would say if trans women fit the definition of woman and they are a living organism that has DNA, they
Okay.
are a biological woman. And it's just to piss off transphobes, to be honest.
Okay.
All right. Anyone got any comments, questions, concerns, or critiques before we move on to the next debate?
No, but I think No Degree challenged Kylo.kg out to a formal debate on God's existence.
No degree. Are you or okay? Who on this panel right now wants to debate?
I want to debate against anyone who does not believe in God.
I'm drooling at the idea of debating.
Okay. Kylo, you want to debate no degree?
If you guys want
Luck.
me,
Kylo,
if you guys
you
want me to
clipped.
belt this guy,
Kylo, you clipped me, man. You gotta clip him next.
Actually, to be honest, I'm kind of feeling in a feisty mood. I'll debate somebody on God's existence as the host.
Feels like elder abuse. I'm against this.
I will say I believe in God though.
The bad thing is debating God's existence is not something that I do.
No, it's okay. No Degree, you're gonna do it. Aren't
where
you?
did this?
No Degree, aren't you a veteran?
I could make an argument if you wanted me to, but I don't really do it.
I mean, no
No
degree. What do you
Degree.
think? No degree. What do you think about the problem of evil?
Which one? There's
Both of them.
3. There's the
Well,
emotional, the logical, and the evidential.
the emotional one is not like that is not in the literature. But I mean, like the logical and evidential one. Yeah. What do you think of those two?
Well, the logical one, philosophers have just put on the shelf because they say it's too hard of a burden for the one making the argument to prove that there's a contradiction between triumphant God and the existence of evil. And the other one is a probabilistic one, which would be evidential, which would kind of not really work very well either, because someone could also use that as evidence for the existence of God, use the existence of evil for the existence of God. So I don't think either one of them are very good arguments. And I'm in the same group of intellectual heavyweights like Graham Oppie.
No, you're not. No, you are not.
No, you are not.
Why
Well,
would you
maybe
lie
I'm a little
like
bit
that?
higher tier than they are, but still, we both
Oh,
agree
he's trolling.
that
He's trolling.
There's no way.
Got cankles.
we do agree that we would agree that the problems of evil are not very good arguments for atheism.
Oh, goodness gracious. I'm too tired for this. Okay,
I'm quite the expert on these two arguments.
What about, what do you think about divine hiddenness?
Schellenberg's argument. Well, you know, it's funny that I don't think that's a good argument either, because the problem is you cannot demonstrate that there's non-resistant non-believers. Because if you ask somebody who claims to be a non-resistant non-believer who's open, well, what do you think say about the gospel of Jesus Christ? They say, I reject it. Well, then you would presume they're resisting then. So there wouldn't be non-resistant non-believers. So that's the issue. I've never seen a non-resistant non-believer.
Wait, do you think babies are believers?
Do I think babies are believers?
Yeah.
In some sense, but not in the sense of, I guess, a
Oh,
Christian.
babies
But yes,
believe
they
in
do.
God, really?
Yeah, I believe that they have an innate knowledge of God.
Oh, why would you ever think that?
Well, first and foremost, that's what the Bible teaches. And secondly, evidence in science
Bible does not teach that.
is
Stop lying.
backed in.
Okay,
Yeah, it does.
I
From the
might
mouth
lose.
of babes and infants, God has ordained praise.
I might lose this debate, but sure, I will take no degree on either problem of evil or divine hiddenness. These are going to be old arguments that I've used in the past, but sure, let me see how this works.
Which one you gonna do?
Divine hiddenness. Actually, let me run divine hiddenness.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna make a background. I'm a bit nervous. The stakes are high. If I lose, this is gonna mean I'm a very bad debater. But
You just be in the company of a lot of losers.
But let me see.
Like Forrest, for example.
I'm your daddy. Calm down. Be quiet.
Oh
Don't
my
talk to
gosh,
me.
the tension between you guys is insane. Just kiss it out. It's okay.
Or like Tom Rabbit.
Another one of your daddies. See, me, Tiny, Vizzy, Tom Rabbit, we all have
He's another
oh,
example.
and don't forget about AP, Atheistic Preacher. We've all get
Who's AP?
separate custody
Yeah.
of no degree, but the problem is that none of us want them. So we just drop them off at
All
the
of
park
them
every
are
5
in the
days.
category of having lost against me in debates.
Genuinely never won a debate.
I beg to differ.
Hey, what did Darth Dawkins call you the other day?
He calls me an apologetic whore.
A whore?
Darth Dawkins and I don't know if y'all realize this. Darth Dawkins and I used to share a stage on Clubhouse where we would put belts.
Did y'all kiss?
To butt on atheists.
Did y'all kiss?
Wait,
No.
wait. You and Darth were like spanking people together?
Yeah.
Did they pay you money?
No. He would come on my.
You never won.
Clubhouse
You never got
lives,
paid. You only lost.
And I would.
That's
hold on,
gay.
no
He would
degree,
run
no degree.
I would get an enjoyment out of him running the tag argument on atheists, and then I would run other arguments.
You know that thinking about belting other men is, that's just intrinsically homosexual.
Well, it's just a metaphor.
Would you apply belt to Darth? Like, would you like to do that?
I've actually did challenge Darth to a debate once, because after we had our falling out, he was complaining, kind of as if he was being mistreated because he's a Christian. And I kept asking, well, how do you know you're not being mistreated? Because you've mistreated others and not because you're a Christian. And I was talking about a passage in Peter where it says that, if you get punished because you're deserving it, then, well, I mean, that's on you. But if you're getting punished because of the gospel, then you would celebrate and consider that to be good. So really, I don't know why he would even be upset about that. So I tried to ask him a couple of times. There's a couple of TikTok videos from Tom Rabbit's channel where he's going very aggressively after me, but I have mods and I end up going very aggressively after him, and nothing ever really come of it. But I've been trying to get him to get back into where we used to spank atheists together, and he doesn't want to do that. He just calls me an apologetic whore. And PMARS is not any help in that. And PMARS used to come on our, come in there. We had PMARS. Y'all know Tom Locke. You ever heard of him?
Yeah.
I mean,
love name dropping men. You got more guys'
Tom
names in
Locke.
your mouth than I've ever heard in my entire life.
What's the other guys that was hung out with? Darth. All of those guys would frequent my clubhouse rooms and stuff like that.
And you guys just spank each other all day, or what?
No. Jack Angstrike.
And Forrest are being extremely intimate right now, in case the panel wanted to know.
Yeah, we're playing Madden and we're FaceTiming, and every time the other person scores, the other person has to take off an article of clothing.
I just want to ask, no degree, why is the language that you use in reference to debate so underlyingly sexual? Like you're like, oh yeah, I was going aggressively after Darth Dawkins. I was spanking all these people. It's just it's underlyingly sexual and weird, and you're doing it mostly with men. Like, what's up with that?
Have you ever heard of the baby it's cold outside problem for atheists?
Oh my!
You're just making shit up at this point, old man.
Okay, so what you're doing is you're assuming based on your own cognitive thought process that you're taking this on yourself.
No degree. Do you think spanking is
doing
sexual?
Can we possibly get to the debate, please?
If you spank an adult, is that sexual? Like if I just go up and I'm like, I want to spank you, no degree. Like, do you think that's sexual?
Depends on how you said it. Could be, but I'm not saying it that way. But the reason, just the background of why I said this. Years and years ago, the great legendary William Lane Craig debated Christopher Hitchens. After the debate, an atheist blogger was making a blog post, and he said something to the effect of, quite frankly, Craig spanked him like a disobedient child. And he was talking about how William Lane Craig just...
You ever stop thinking about men for 5 seconds?
Well, I remember getting tickled at that. That's just kind of what I just started using that term afterwards. That's just kind of how I got it from.
All right, guys. Let's get to the debate. So, the topic is going to be it's Fight Night Fridays. The topic is going to be divine hiddenness is a problem for the Christian God. I guess I'm taking the affirmative, so I can go first. And then no degree is going to take the negation. We're both going to get 3-minute openers, 8-minute open discussion, and 3-minute closers. The host, which is me, the controversial compass, I'm debating, and then the 23 people in the audience will decide who the winner of the debate is. So, with that, I'm going to put 3 minutes on Forrest, but it's going to be my time, and we'll start the debate. It starts whenever I say my first word. So, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Coco. I'm an agnostic. I'm going to be an example of a non-resistant non-believer. But today I'm going to be debating how divine hiddenness is a problem for the Christian God. What is divine hiddenness? Divine hiddenness is the idea that essentially God seems to be, or apparently he is, divinely hidden from the majority of people who are trying to have a relationship with him. I'll be arguing this to be the case via several scenarios. One good argument is going to be non-resistant non-believers and non-resistant believers. In the church, which I was once a part of, I was a Catholic, I saw Christians who would beg for God to be in their lives, to have a relationship with God. And in begging and praying and attending church and doing all the things that they were supposed to and being very close to the gospel, some Christians would get quote-unquote miracles, which, there's a struggle there because there's not really a symmetry breaker between, what could be God and what could be naturalism, while others didn't really get any signs. And this is going to be a problem for God. God is described to want to have a relationship with individuals, right? But, you know, there are individuals who never get a sign, or if God is giving them a sign, why would God communicate in a way to which somebody wouldn't know, right, that God is communicating with them? There are also like non-resistant non-believers, people who are not Christians seeking a relationship with God, but they're open-minded to God existing, and they simply just aren't convinced that he exists. I'm going to be asking No Degree, is belief a choice? Which I don't think belief is a choice, right? We look at the data, and I think that we're either convinced or not convinced by the data that we see. I don't think No Degree could choose to be an atheist right now in this debate. I don't think No Degree could choose to believe that the sky is green, right? Data points are going to lead to our beliefs. Other issues are going to be, you know, God, if God wants to have a relationship with us, and maybe the Bible is a metric to which he does so, like Revelation, there's issues with the Bible. We have Christians all over the world that read the same Bibles, the same books, but come to over 40,000 different conclusions. We have 40,000 different denominations, right? And God could at any time come down and clear up this confusion, but he doesn't. He's divinely hidden. And Christians like to say, if you have the Holy Spirit, you'll interpret it the right way, right? But receiving meta-ethics via divine revelation is the worst way to receive meta-ethics, because there's no way for us to verify it outside of you, essentially. So a bunch of Christians from different denominations that contradict with one another are claiming that they have the Holy Spirit, but we can't verify it outside of them, and God doesn't come to clarify any of this. It's this and many other problems I'm going to be talking about that all contribute to the problem of divine hiddenness being a problem for the Christian God. That's going to be my opening statement. No Degree, it is now your time. You get 3 minutes, and it starts whenever you say your first word.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for this most important debate. It's been years in the making. Actually, it's been minutes in the making. But thank you for listening. Divine hiddenness. This is an argument by the philosopher Schellenberg. I can't remember his first name. But it basically goes like this. If God has these triomni properties, then he would want everyone to have a relationship with him. But according to Schellenberg, there are people who are non-resistant non-believers, meaning that they're open to a relationship, but God has not shown himself to them. So therefore, God must not exist, because the loving God would want a relationship and would not do that. The problem with this argument is it doesn't really address what Christianity says. Christianity specifically does say there's passages in the Bible about the hiddenness of God, particularly the hiddenness of God whenever someone is, say, suppressing the truth and unrighteousness. And if you're suppressing the truth and unrighteousness, you're not going to be a non-resistant non-believer. You're going to be a resistant non-believer. And according to the Bible, according to Romans chapter 1, God has revealed himself since the beginning of time through creation, so man is without excuse. Psalm says the knowledge of God goes throughout all the world. The heavens declare the glory of God, the earth his handiwork. So since the beginning of time, humans have naturally understood that God exists. Also, the Bible says from the mouth of babes and infants, God has ordained praise. And Jesus kind of talks about this when the children were coming to him, and he says, and the adults were trying to stop it. Jesus said, do not hinder the children from coming to me, for such belongs the kingdom of heaven. Evidence and science bears this out as well. A massive Oxford study shown in, I think it's 2014, that throughout all cultures, children at a very young age tend to gravitate towards belief in God. So this would show that that people are naturally understanding God exists. So what is happening when someone says they're a non-resistant non-believer? Well, I think Coco said he was going to be He's a non-resistant non-believer. The problem is Coco has heard the gospel. Coco's probably went to church. He's probably heard a lot of things, and Coco has rejected this. It has not led him to belief in God. So the problem with a non-resistant non-believer is you'll never be able to establish that are a non-resistant non-believer, because any information you give them,
Finish up your last
if they
sentence.
what's that?
Finish up your last sentence.
Uh,
Your time ran out, so you just have to finish the last sentence.
So
Doesn't know how to mentor.
any information that they automatically reject would actually prove they're a resistant non-believer. So you're never going to be able to establish a non-resistant non-believer. Therefore, the argument fails.
Okay.
And that's my opening statement.
Okay. Thank you for your opening statement. Now we're going to move into cross-examinations. It's going to be an 8-minute open cross. So basically, it belongs to both of us. It's not like your cross or my cross. And this is the time to ask questions to establish your position and make points to discredit your opponent's position. And it's going to start now.
So are we like taking turns asking questions, or just like...
Just going at it, to be honest.
Okay.
Either one of us can go. So first question I'm going to ask you is, like, when it comes to data points, can you choose to believe in something? Is that something that you choose?
Well, that's an interesting question. And I'm not real sure. I believe you do choose to accept or reject data points that ultimately lead to a belief. But whether you explicitly choose to believe or not, that's kind of up for discussion.
Okay, yeah. So I'm just wondering, like, can you choose like what you believe in, I guess?
No, I don't think that you can specifically choose what you believe in, but you can choose the data points to accept or reject that lead to that belief.
Okay, cool. Like, I totally agree with you. I don't think that people can choose what they believe in. So when people are looking at data points, right, some people are going to be convinced and some people are not going to be convinced. Now, another question I'm going to ask you is, does God desire that all people come to believe in him and make it into heaven?
The Bible says God is not wishing that anyone should perish, but all come to repentance. And he says God does not delight in the death of the wicked, but is telling us to turn.
I agree. And also, like, John 3:16 says that for God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever chooseth to believe in him shall inherit eternal life. So yeah, God wants everybody...
shall not perish but have everlasting life. Yes.
Yeah, God wants everybody to believe in him. So you already said that you can't choose what you believe in. So there are individuals who claim or speak out and say that I'm open-minded, I'm looking at the data points, and I just simply am not convinced that God exists. They have a belief that they can't control, that God doesn't exist, right? So what would you say to like non-resistant non-believers who have looked at the data points, they can't control their belief, and they simply lack a belief in God or believe that God doesn't exist? Wouldn't that be an issue?
Well, I would point to the individual data points and ask, why are you resisting those data points?
Well, it's
and
not
if you're resisting those data points that lead to the belief, then you can't be a non-resistant non-believer.
It's not that they're resisting the data points. No, it's not that they're resisting the data points. They're looking at the same data you're looking at, but they can't choose whether to believe or not believe in God. Belief is not a choice, according to what you said, right? So there are individuals who they've looked at the same data points that you've looked at.
No, I didn't say belief was not a choice. I said that you make choices that lead to your belief.
Well, yeah, I did ask you, can you choose?
You just mean an explicit choice. Like right now, can you choose to believe in the tooth fairy? Well, the answer would probably be no. But people did believe in the tooth fairy.
So earlier I did ask you, can you choose your beliefs? And you said like, no, you can't choose your beliefs. And like, I agree. You're going to look at data points and basically like it's either you're convinced or you're not. So your beliefs are kind of out of your control, right?
Well, the question is, why are you not convinced? Like, for example, if you're a non-resistant non-believer and you're open to having your mind changed, and I present a data point to you and you resist that data point, well, we've already established that you're a resistant non-believer at this point because you've resisted that individual data point. But then we can ask further, why are you resisting that? Why are you resisting that data point?
So let me clarify. It's not that they're resisting, right? They looked at the data point and they just don't believe in what you believe given the data point, and their belief is out of their control. And of course, like when it comes
Oh,
to
well, I
like,
wouldn't agree with that.
well, I mean,
I
like,
wouldn't agree that they couldn't believe in the data point.
well, I mean, you already said that like belief is out of people's control. Like you already established that early
Well, I
on.
said that, remember what I said? I said that the data points, you can choose to accept or reject an individual data point that leads to the larger belief.
Okay,
So,
so let me ask you this, right? Whenever you look at the sky, what color is the sky?
right now I'm looking at it as kind of a bluish, cloudy white.
Right now on this live, could you choose to believe that the sky is purple?
Well, right. I mean, if somebody gave me some information, gave me some sort of scientific explanation as to why it's actually purple and not blue,
Wait, no, but
sure.
wait, hold on. You're looking at the sky and it's blue, right? So could you
Yeah.
believe right now that like your eyes are lying to you and it's actually purple?
Not without a defeater.
Okay, yeah. So atheists are looking at, or non-resistant non-believers are looking at the information, and just like you, they're seeing blue, but they cannot be convinced that it's purple, right? Their beliefs are not chosen. It's simply based off of they're looking
Well,
at the
I
data
think they
point and they're
could be
not convinced.
convinced. I think they could be convinced it's purple. But the question would be here, if it's the case that you're saying, I want to believe in God, and I say, okay, well, and you're a non-resistant non-believer, and I say something like, okay, well, God has revealed himself in creation according to scripture. So when you look at creation, that's evidence for God. So that should be in a starting point to accumulate data
All
points to
right,
believe in God. And if you
yeah.
reject that data point, then by your rejection just proves that you're not a non-resistant non-believer. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, right? So yeah, so you're saying that like, creation is going to testify to God. So, I'm going to ask you, what's going to be the symmetry breaker between, when you look at a tree, right? It could be that God created the tree and orchestrated that tree being there, or it could be that the tree came about via naturalistic processes. What's going to be the symmetry breaker between that?
Well, it wouldn't matter if there was a symmetry breaker, because the point would be that's what you're
Or no, wait,
calling.
wait.
That would
So
be
really quick
under
to clarify.
determination. That
Wait,
would be just underdetermined. And if
hold
it's
on,
underdetermined, well, I'm
hold
trying to
on, no,
finish what I'm trying to say here.
wait. You're mistaken, right? When it comes to the tree,
No,
the
I'm not
symmetry breaker.
mistaken. That's just the way it works.
Yeah. When it comes to the tree, like a symmetry breaker is going to matter because when we look at data points, there's going to be multiple hypotheses on the table. So I'm going to need a motivator for why I should accept your hypothesis rather than like a naturalistic hypothesis. The symmetry breaker does matter
Okay,
because
but
that's going to
what you're
dictate whether.
telling me here is you're resisting the God explanation and you're accepting
No.
the naturalistic explanation. So you're proving here that you're not a non-resistant non-believer because
No degree,
it's
no degree.
underdetermined. Either could be the case, right?
No degree. We've already established that you can't choose your beliefs. So just like you look at the
I don't think you
sky,
understand what I'm saying here.
well yeah, like
By
I'm not.
using your own reasoning, you're acknowledging
No.
that it could be go equal either way. If it's equal either way, and you choose to say it's not a God explanation, it's a naturalistic explanation, then you're not a non-resistant non-believer.
No.
You're a resistant non-believer. That's
Wait.
what I'm saying.
By the way, I did not make that claim. I just said I'm gonna need a symmetry
I thought
breaker
that's
that's
what you were
going.
saying.
No. I'm not saying I'm choosing the naturalistic explanation over the Christian position, but I'm saying that I'm gonna need a symmetry breaker as to why I should trust the Christian position over the
Okay,
naturalistic
well, but
position.
why would you, if you're non-resistant non-believer, why do you need the symmetry breaker?
Because just like you said earlier, you look at the sky and you see that the sky is blue, right? And belief is something that you can't choose, right? So the symmetry breaker is probably going to be something that might influence the belief, right? Just like you literally said that you would need further data points to believe that the sky is purple. And that is
Sure.
more symmetry breakers or motivation to believe that the sky is purple. But go
Well,
ahead.
that's because I already believe the sky is blue. What you're saying here is you don't have a belief on the naturalistic explanation. You don't have a belief on the God explanation, correct? Is that what you're saying in this example?
Yeah, but our time is up, so we have to move to 3-minute closers.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'll my 3-minute closer is going to start, ladies and gentlemen, and it starts whenever I say my first word. And so it starts now. Okay, so this is going to be my closer. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So as you can see in this debate, I really tried to key in on like, hey, can we choose our beliefs? And like my counterpartner, No Degree, he agreed that you can't really choose your beliefs, right? We all look at the sky and we see that the sky is blue, right? This is going to be our senses. This is going to be given data points. And if you were to ask me, can I believe that the sky is purple? No, like I'm looking at the data points. I'm not resisting the data points. I'm looking at them and my senses are telling me that the sky is blue. In order to convince me that the sky is purple, I would need some kind of, further data point, right? So our beliefs are not chosen. And essentially, that's going to be the issue with non-resistant non-believers, the case that I'm making. The non-resistant non-believer goes throughout the world, looks at the data points, and they're simply not convinced that God exists. But they're not resisting God. It's simply that just like when you look at the sky and you see that it's blue, the non-resistant non-believer looks at the data and just doesn't believe that God exists. And if God, just like No Degree said, wants everybody to make it into heaven and is all good, omniscient, and wants everybody to believe in him, why doesn't God present something to the non-resistant non-believer that would compel them to believe that he exists and there wouldn't be any like doubt that he exists? Beliefs aren't something that we can control, and God hasn't given something that would convince the non-resistant non-believer to believe in him, essentially. So there's going to be an issue here. God's not really communicating. There were other arguments I was gonna like present in this, but given the short format, I wasn't able to like reach everything. And we did spend a lot of time trying to establish or reiterate that like you can't choose your beliefs. But other problems in regards to divine hiddenness, I guess I'm going to present to my closer now, is that you have problems between denominations. God wants everybody to make it into heaven, yet we have a divide between the Catholic Church and the Eastern Orthodox Church on whether Christ proceeds from the Father. And God is not coming to clarify any of that up. All of them are claiming to have the Holy Spirit, and it seems as if there's a lot of confusion and God is divinely hidden and not explaining these things that would be critical to somebody's divine condition, right? The problem, like, the problems just keep going, right? You have people claiming to have the Holy Spirit. God's not coming down here to like say anything or point any of that out. And also, when I look at the literature, right, God tried to communicate to us. And a point that I did make in this debate is that when God is all powerful, when he's communicating to his creation, he should communicate in a way that his creation can understand it. Clearly, they can't. They read the Bible, they interpret it in so many different ways. And they all claim to have the Holy Spirit. They disagree on different things, and it seems as if God is divinely hidden, not communicating in efficient ways, and it's just causing massive confusion, despite the Bible saying that God is not the God of massive confusion. But that's the end of my time. No Degree, you're going to get 3 minutes. It starts whenever you say your first word.
Well, thank you, everyone, for this most important debate that was minutes in the making. My opponent was claiming to take on the role of a non-resistant non-believer, but the debate was really over before it started when my opponent chose to use an example of something where it could have a naturalistic explanation versus an equal supernatural explanation, and wanting to know what the symmetry breaker was. Well, that would be an irrelevant question to a non-resistant non-believer, because the idea is a non-resistant non-believer would not be looking for a symmetry breaker because they would be open to believing in God. So all you would need to do is say, this is why this is God and why God did this. And if they choose to believe naturalism, then they've proven to be a resistant non-believer, not a non-resistant non-believer. So the problem is with this argument is you can never establish who's a non-resistant non-believer, because any information presented that the person rejects, no matter what it is, I could just simply say, give the gospel of Jesus Christ. If they reject that, then they're by definition a resistant non-believer, because the non-resistant non-believer isn't dependent upon how convincing the evidence is. They're just open to the evidence, having their mind changed. So this is why this argument is actually a very bad argument. Now, he brought up the argument about Christians not agreeing on things, but all Christians would agree that Jesus, in the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, that he's the divine Son of God who takes away the sins of the world, that he came from the Father and he proceeded back to the Father. All Christians would agree on this, that he is the ultimate authority in truth. So every Christian on earth would agree on these things. So if he's saying that God is the author of confusion, then obviously he's not the author of confusion when it comes to the fundamentals of Christianity. And if that's the case, then obviously God is not hiding himself, because his argument was that because of this, God is hiding himself. But that's a double-edged sword, because we see everything that all Christians would agree on. So that would be evidence God isn't hiding himself. So he ends up nuking his own argument using that. And lastly, even if it's the case there's a non-resistant non-believer, we could always point to Cornelius and say, hey, look at Cornelius in the Bible. Here he was praying, giving alms to God and things like this, and God brings Peter to him to share the gospel, and of course, he becomes a believer. So it would just be the case that all non-resistant non-believers will become believers. And that is I rest my case.
Okay, and with that, we're going to give it to the audience. We're going to do a quick poll, and you guys get to choose who you think won the debate. The smiley face is going to be for me.
Where the heck did everybody go? Did you kick everybody?
Oh, no, they just dropped. But yeah, the smiley face is going to be for me. If you want to vote for me and say that I won the debate, the crying emoji is going to be for no degree. If you want to say that no degree won the debate. So the poll is up. Smiley face is for me, the host. Crying emoji is for no degree. But yeah. But yeah, there's 31 people in here. You know, if you can, please vote. And tap your screens, like the live, share it with anybody who you think might be interested. Also, atheists come up, Christians come up. You can debate on any topic. For Fight Night Fridays, it's any topic. It's any topic. I'll make the background, and as long as you have an opponent, we can run it. And basically, you just go by the format that's on the screen: 3-minute openers, 8-minute open discussion, and 3-minute closers. Hell, I'll debate you for this Fight Night Friday. I'll even debate you as the host, and we can do audience poll and figure out who won. But well, according to the audience, I took the debate. I thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Wow.
Thank you guys for being here.
Imagine that. Imagine that.
10 votes to 1. 11 people voted.
Who would have thought that?
I mean, there have been some Christians who have won on the Fight Night Fridays, so like it's not entirely biased. But
I've seen it's because the atheists did painfully bad.
Yeah,
but I still think there's some extreme bias here, because Coco, I think I won this one pretty decisively.
Oh, okay, but Runaway, what's your belief?
Oh, hello. I would say I call myself Christian Light.
Christian Light?
Like a Bud Light, but Christian Light.
Okay. So I have my...
Oh, I thought you dropped me because I saw my picture move. I was like, oh, damn, I guess I didn't like that. Or they didn't like that.
Oh, no. Like, on the right side is going to be my Christians. On the left side is going to be my atheists.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, do you wanna, what topic would you be interested in debating? If you're interested in debating.
Oh, are you talking to me or are you talking to Skyrimba?
I'm asking you, but then I'll ask Skyrimba what he wants to debate. But
I mean, I don't know anything about the divine hiddenness. I don't even know what that is, to be honest. So I don't think I can debate that.
Are you pro-life? Coco, do you mind doing any like discussions?
From a philosopher named
Sheldon. Oh yeah. We could do pro-life, pro-choice. We can do any topic that you guys want. It's the controversial company.
Are you we can do pro-life, pro-choice if you want. Runaway.
Runaway, you want to do?
Oh, okay. Are you pro-choice?
Yeah.
Okay, that works. I'm pro-life, I think, for the most part.
Bet. And I will. Clover, how are you? I'll make the background.
I'm doing good.
It's crazy that I followed Clover, but like she hasn't followed me back. I think that's a little bit disrespectful.
What?
Damn, crazy word.
I didn't know that you followed me. You know, TikTok's been doing weird stuff because, Tootski is someone who, like, on my other account, before it got banned, or I guess restricted or something happened to it, I had to get rid of it. I was already following him, we were mutuals, and then we saw each other again like a day ago, and he's requested to follow me, and I tried to accept like 5 times, and it just won't show up in my mutuals.
I know that I like randomly like somebody's video just popped up on my feed that I was like, who is this person? And then like a random content creator, like it's like they make like car videos, and I'm like, I don't even watch videos like this, and I'm following them. I'm like, when did I follow this person?
Yeah, I've been checking my mutuals list like religiously now, because it like adds random people. And I'm like, dude.
Have you disconnected your Facebook from your I disconnected it because like
I don't have a Facebook.
Wait, by any chance?
Okay, Chris, you know I'm not calling you a random.
Wait, really quick. What
you don't even post car videos.
Wait, really quick. What should the topic be? Should it be like women should have the right to
exist?
Or Scrimbo wants to debate pro-choice or pro-choice versus
I
pro-life.
thought that you were having people up to like ask questions about the previous debate.
Absolutely not. Whoever the previous debate was.
Yeah, I wanted to answer some questions.
Wait, okay, wait. Do you guys want to ask questions about the previous debate?
I have a question.
Yeah. Oh, Haru can go first.
Haru can go first? Okay, go ahead, Haru.
No degree. How does it feel to not understand the topics that you're alluding upon? Genuine question.
I actually do understand that topic. Schellenberg. I used to debate that on Discord.
Okay,
that's
so
why
you understand it, but you can't explain how you understand it.
What's that?
What are you asking him? What word did you say?
He's asking
how does it feel?
How I think actually understood the argument probably even better than Coco. Because Coco was bringing up points that aren't really.
Wait, what was even the debate topic?
This one on the screen. It will be on YouTube. I will be.
Oh, never mind. I take back my question.
That's just a fucking LARP.
But anyway, Clover, you got any questions?
Yeah, correct me if I was wrong, but did you at one point say that creationism is evidence?
Me?
Yes.
No.
If you were creation is evidence.
How can the claim be the evidence? You still have to prove creationism.
Well, in the idea of a non-resistant non-believer,
it doesn't matter. You know that's circular, right?
They're not resisting belief. So any information you present them, the moment they resist it, then you cannot call them a non-resistant. It doesn't matter. Like I said, I could just say, well, the church on the corner is evidence for God.
Oh, thank you.
That's why the argument is a very bad argument by a philosopher. And if they resist that as evidence for God, then we just say, well, look, they've already resisted this, therefore we can't say they're a non-resistant non-believer.
So when I say that...
What is that? Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's like, do you think that when I ask evidence for like a certain claim, like me pointing to like random like trivial things, like when I say that, oh well, evidence of God is like when we open a faucet, water falls down, that's the evidence of God. That's a very trivial thing to say. So
well, what if it's the case? What if it's the case Christians come to believe in God because of the water faucet?
Wait, guys.
And then you adhere to water faucet and you resist that. Well, then you couldn't say that you're a non-resistant non-believer because these others came to believe in God because of this. So they didn't resist, but you did. So you're just a non-resistant non-believer.
So your dialectical...
That's why the argument is just a really bad argument because the Christian can just give any kind of information. And if the other person resists it, then they're resisting.
it's a very weird dialectical move to make. Like when I say that, if I say that, for example, I'm Indian, right? And then you ask me, well, what do you mean by Indian? And I give you like a definition of Indian. And then rather than you giving evidence for the claim, you just like try to like question me being an Indian. I mean, that's such a weird, like you questioning the person that's saying that they're a non-resistant non-believer, and trying to like, undermine the fact that they're non-resistant. That's still not proving the fact that God exists, right?
Well, let me ask you this: if I come to believe in God because of hearing the gospel of Jesus, you would say, well, he was a non-resistant non-believer or something. But if someone else hears the gospel of Jesus and they reject the gospel of Jesus, then they are resisting the gospel of Jesus. So you have one person coming to belief in God because of the gospel, one rejecting it. Why would you think that that person who rejected is now still a non-resistant non-believer? They've already rejected the gospel of Jesus. And that's
Yeah,
the point.
that's
The
what I'm saying.
argument just is, it's a very bad argument, really. And I don't think
No,
they
that's
realize
what no no
how
no.
bad
That's
it
what I'm
is.
saying. That's a very weird move to make in the dialectic when you're like when the burden or the question being asked is, does God exist? And the way how you prove that does God exist is like you basically make the person who your interlocutor, like you just try to like make them say, or like it's like asking somebody the question like, oh, does your father know that you're gay? Answer yes or no. Like you're just trying to make him say that like he's gay. Like that's a very like.
Essentially, this is how weak the argument is. It boils down to just that, yeah. Because that's why. So
You think
basically,
that's a good move to make? Like making
I
people
it's
say
I
stuff?
mean,
Like
I'm just
that's a
saying
good move.
the argument's that bad that I can just simply make that move and win the debate. That's all. That's why that's why I'm
Hey,
saying it's not a good argument. Yeah.
hey, I guess, but
I
like,
don't know
okay.
about that.
What's
But
here?
also, how the fuck? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, with my Shadas is gonna try to come challenge the Big Seer again, so
Okay.
yeah.
Bet.
But after after I get done debating with my Shadas, is there any chance you can send me the full clip? Because the Big Seer needs to post on his YouTube.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I can send it to you.
Okay,
This
thank you.
motherfucker went a goon to his debate clips.
Bro, crazy work.
The intellectual masturbation. You're such a smart boy, Seer. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Anyways, no degree. That still doesn't answer how your claim can be your evidence. That's definitionally circular.
Okay, so that wouldn't matter pertaining to this at all.
Why?
Because it could be, I could just simply get the tag argument. I could just simply say, to a non-resistant non-believer, God is a necessary precondition for
Oh
reason
my
and
god,
intelligibility.
dude.
You could say it's a circular
He
argument,
will not
and
shut up
still,
about this non-resistant non-believer.
well, that's what we're talking about. That's what divine hidden is, because Schellenberg says that if there's any non-resistant non-believers, a loving God would not allow that, but they are non-resistant non-believers. So his conclusion is God does not exist. But once if someone claims to be a non-resistant non-believer and you give them any information at all concerning Christianity, they reject it, then they're already resisting, so they're not a non-resistant non-believer. That's the point here. You can't ever establish that non-resistant non-believers even exist,
Am
first
I
of all.
not allowed to resist bullshit, logically? Like, hello?
Well, I mean, but at what point do you say,
No,
oh, well,
seriously,
I'm
if
just
there's dog shit in
resisting
the road, do
bullshit?
you just keep walking? Is that how you
Well, I
live your
mean,
life, G?
I think that's what atheists
Dead
do. Yeah,
ass.
not gonna lie.
I'm for
Yeah.
real.
Look,
Okay, but
I think the
I would
main.
recommend y'all watch some videos on the actual argument and you'll understand what I'm saying. I know y'all
Okay.
haven't ever heard it, so
Oh no, I get it. You want people to believe blindly like you do so that you don't feel so fucking lonely intellectually. I understand exactly what you're saying, don't get me wrong.
Okay, I think I don't know if he's ready to understand like what's the critique here, but I think I just wanted to start the debate with Run.
Yo, swear, Jay, I thought the same thing.
yeah.
Clover, what do you mean calling him like, do you get what I'm saying, G? Like, I knew she was black.
No, I like saying dog and I like saying G because it's funny.
Yeah.
Or not.
Well,
I
what
don't
if
even
I
care
was
if
a
it's entertaining.
non-resistant,
But I'm
non-believer, and
having
you were
fun,
Yo,
black?
hold on,
so
hold
it's
on.
okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Still
Give me 1
talking.
second. I'm sorry. Please, guys, give me 1 second. No degree. I respect you as a veteran debater. I respect you as a person, man.
Nigga,
I
what?
respect you as a man with intelligence and integrity to Christ. But I really don't respect you running like this shit tag argument. Like, please. You and
Oh, I
Darth
wasn't. I
Dawkins,
was just using it
I
as if I
know.
wasn't running it. Yeah,
I
I do
using
think
it,
the tag
running it.
argument. I do think the tag argument puts a belt to ass on an atheist, but I
I
usually don't
don't.
run it.
I don't
It's
even
just
think it
easy.
gets.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I don't even think it gets the belt off. I think the belt is struggling to even get off. I think you can't even get
Why
past
would you say that?
P1. Yeah. Can you demonstrate P1 to be like an actual demonstrational premise that exists
Well,
in
see, that's
reality?
He
a
doesn't know how to undo his belt.
you.
He doesn't know
You
how
know
to
what?
do his bell.
This isn't. That's not an evidential argument. It's a
It doesn't
presupposition.
have
Do
to
you
be.
understand
It
what that
doesn't
is?
have to be evidential. Way
Yes,
I'm
it
accepting a
does.
priest. Wait, hold on. You just admitted that it doesn't have. It's not evidential. I'm not saying it. Wait.
Yeah, I'm saying
So it
it's
has
not
to
an
be
evidential argument.
evidential. Wait, it
So
has to be evidential.
I wouldn't need to provide evidence to establish P1.
Okay, so
I
you don't need
could,
to provide evidence. Wait, hold on. You don't need to provide evidence for
then
P1. So I reject P1. How are we going to get to P2?
okay, well then that's where the conversation begins. We expect someone running a tag expects you to reject P1. So the
Okay.
question would obviously be if you're going to reject P1, that's all part of the script. Once you
Okay.
reject P1, they're going
Uh-huh.
to ask you, what is the necessary precondition for reason and intelligibility if
Wait,
not God?
they're gonna ask me to justify your P1?
Wait,
No, they're going to ask
wait.
you. They're
Wait,
going
guys,
to
guys,
ask you.
guys.
They're going
Wait,
to
wait,
ask
guys.
Okay.
you. They're going to ask you if you're
Wait,
rejecting
hold on,
premise
guys. Hold on, guys. Hold
one,
on, guys.
then you're going to have to put
As
something in place of what we're saying.
wait.
And if you
Sorry,
can't
Chief.
do,
Sorry, Chief. As much as I want to continue this conversation, it's kind of disrespectful to Scrumba and Runaway. Probably have to get their debate started pretty soon.
yeah, y'all go ahead. We'll talk about that. I think most people, and this is what I've noticed with atheists
Wait,
throughout
guys. What?
all, they don't understand the nature of the tag argument, what it's
We
trying
need
to
to
do. It's
start the
supposed to
next
be a
debate.
worldview comparison.
Yeah,
Okay, well, y'all
that's
have
fine. Yes, tag best.
y'all
Okay,
have a
fine.
great day.
Yep,
The tag
fine.
argument is an
Take care.
embarrassment.
All right. So Runaway,
But,
do you wanna start with your opener, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first if you want.
Sure. How much time do I get for an opener? 3 minutes. Okay.
yeah, it starts when you say your first word.
All right. So my main argument towards why pro-choice is justified is that I take a pluralist approach, as well as a particularist approach when I'm evaluating a moral claim. In the scenario of pregnancy, the woman's desires, her hopes, dreams, etc., are weighed against the right to life of the fetus. Obviously, when I'm evaluating this claim, I look at both ends, and given that prior to a certain point, there is no experiencer present, because that's usually how I map on my intuitions towards moral claims. Usually an experiencer needs to be present. And since absent of that, there's only one experiencer, aka the pregnant woman. I don't think that a woman's right to her autonomy and integrity should be restricted simply because the fetus is of a particular kind that could potentially become rational in the future. And with that, I just concede my time.
Okay. And with that, that's going to be the conclusion of your opening statement. Now, Runaway, you get 3 minutes, and it starts when you say your first word.
Okay, yeah, I've never been on this live, so I don't know if, I don't know really, I guess, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out, what I'm supposed to be saying. But, the reason
You want me to explain real quick, and then
yeah, that would be awesome, because I've never been on this live, so I don't know how you guys debate, but am I supposed to just give, an opening thing, or?
Yeah, so your opening statement's going to be like a synopsis or like a summary of maybe the arguments you're going to make in the incoming debate. It's kind of just warming up the crowd and kind of giving them some reasons why they should take your side over your opponent's side, kind of making the case for your side of the argument. It's kind of like it's like a prologue to the arguments that are going to be made.
Okay. I'll try to do my best, but I've never debated like this before, so this is interesting.
Yeah, my name's Coco. I run the Controversial Compass, and I'm bringing professional debates to TikTok. So these are typically how collegiate debates go. They have like time sections, and everything's kind of separated off. It's kind of formatted, rather than like what you probably see on TikTok, the dog slides and like open panels where people just talk freely, no sections or timed sections.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah. And so, your 3 minutes will start whenever you say your first word.
Okay. Yeah, I think how do I say this? I want there to be more options than just, AB for women. I think we've done them a huge disservice, right? I can see the emotional damage having AB has done to people close to me. I can see the emotional toll it could take on somebody. I think, lack of resource isn't justifiably, I don't know, it can't be justified to, commit AB. I mean, there's a lot more to that than that, but I guess that's a good opener, right? I just want to give a little sample, you said?
Yeah. Do you want to end your opener there?
Sorry, my phone cut out. What did you say?
Oh, do you want to end your opener there? You can use the rest
Yeah,
of your time.
that would be good. Is that a good enough opener?
It's up to you.
Okay. Well, I think that's good. I'll just stop there.
Okay. And with that, that's going to conclude your opening statement. Now we're going to move on to 8-minute open discussion. This is going to be the time period for you and your opponent to ask questions or make points in order to establish your position and discredit your opponent's position. And so the 8 minutes will start now.
All right. So I took a couple of notes during your openers. You said that there's like you've seen the emotional toll that it weighs on the mother. Are you trying to say that abortion is like some kind, in a way, like bad for the mother, like in like a sort of like a health wise scenario?
Yeah, like mental health wise, I've seen a lot of people close to me, as well as, just heard stories of the emotional toll it takes on the person that does the action of AB. Like the emotion, they become very, depressed, anxious. They have a lot of regret. They have a lot of, mixed emotion. It can be very damaging
I
in
think
mental health.
I think the fundamental conversation that we're having right now is like whether or not like a woman is justified or not, right? Because you can say that, I'm justified in having a tooth extraction, right? But like you might say that, well, obviously after the tooth extraction, I might be under the influence of like some anesthetic, I might be in pain, etc., etc. But that doesn't mean that, having my tooth removed is not my right. So in this conversation, like I mainly just want to stick to whether or not you think that a woman is justified in taking this decision of ending the pregnancy. Now, the way how I define abortion is just the termination of a pregnancy using some kind of like surgical means. Like you can have a different definition of that, but I think you're more interested in talking about the unalivement of the child in utero, or whatever word you want to insert there, right?
Yeah, I mean, going back to your analogy about the tooth being taken out, right? Let's say that tooth that you took out provided food and life for another person, and they didn't have teeth to break the hard shell of food around them, right? Like then you would actually be, unfortunately, cutting off the supply of food for not just yourself, but that other person. And I think that's what AB does. It's not just that person's body, it's the potential for life that makes it more nuanced than just their decision.
Yeah, why is a woman obligated to do that?
I mean, I don't know if I feel like they're completely obligated. I would say I would hope the society would start giving them more resource than to just go to that option.
No,
because I feel
I
like
agree with you on that. Like, I think that if there are, like, usually, like, if you look at any, like, abortion statistics, I don't know if you've looked at that. I can provide it to you after this debate, but, like, I don't have it on hand. But majority of the abortions that are done by women are for, like, some personal reason, like finances, or, like, it was an unplanned pregnancy, etc., etc. So, like, in that scenario, like, obviously, if she had the finances, then she wouldn't get an abortion. If she was, yeah, in that, if it was planned, she wouldn't get the abortion. So obviously, if you remove those things, then she wouldn't get an abortion. But my main thing is, like, why do you think that, like, well, let me first ask you, like, do you give any kind of exceptions, like, for grape, inchmest, life of the mother?
this is where it's tricky because I don't want somebody to have, such a like causing that trauma can be very extensive and very damaging. But I would say, like, I would always lean on the side of letting the woman keep the baby versus getting rid of it.
Well, the question here is, the woman has. Do you think that the woman has the right to her body, like, to choose what she can and cannot keep inside it?
I think if it involves another person, there should be more consideration. I think when it comes to other things, yes, but this is like involving her and something else.
So you're just special pleading?
I don't know what that term means.
So you're saying that under all other circumstances, you're saying that a woman can choose what she can and cannot keep inside her body, but in this particular case of pregnancy, she's not allowed to do so.
Yeah, I think pregnancy involves her and another thing, like being. So, that thing in her body is going to become a human if it gets the opportunity, right? That's how we
Yeah,
all came to
I'm
this
not
earth.
disagreeing with you on that, but, like, giving me some, like, vague epistemic scenario in which, like, it will become something, if you allow it to grow. That's not really going to motivate anybody to, like, restrict a woman's, like, bodily integrity, right? If that would be like me saying, well, this 5-year-old will become a 21-year-old if you just, allow it to grow. So why can't I just give a 5-year-old alcohol?
Yeah, I mean, we have certain laws that restrict you from doing certain actions that harm another person, right? You cannot unalive another person because
How are you
that's
defining person?
I define person as anything that has the potential for life.
Anything that has a potential
Like
for
in the
life?
human species.
Anything that has a potential for life. Do you think that a partial molar pregnancy is a person?
I actually don't know what that is, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
it's usually like, instead of, like, the egg being fertilized by one sperm cell, it's fertilized by two. That results in, like, this fleshy mass.
Oh, I think if that person that develops is going to be, having a life full of struggle, then no, in the sense of like physical struggle, right?
No, this thing is going to be like a flesh of, like, have you ever seen, like, some pimples bunched up together?
Yeah, I would not want somebody to have to go through that. No.
Okay, but that's a person, though, under your definition.
I guess more along the lines of if that person is able to exist in the world, right, and they can function and they can, have the potential for growth.
So are you shifting your definition then?
Well, here's the thing. It's like even if they were like autistic or had Down syndrome, I'd still want them to have the ability to live. So, I mean, if you're saying it's so extreme that it's going to make them unable to even live, then no, because that wouldn't really be like a human that can live and grow and
Okay.
like I'm lost. I guess the reason I became pro-life is I feel like for me, right, I became pro-life because I felt like I suffered extreme adversity in my childhood, from homelessness to addiction, and now I can look back at my life and I can think, because I got, therapy, I got educated, I can think, why would anybody want to ever take the opportunity away from something or somebody to be able to overcome adversity, right? Sometimes
You realize
overcoming
that you are an
adversity.
experiencer, right? Do you think that a two-celled organism, like you realize that the fetus prior to a certain point doesn't have these things that allow it to experience, right?
Well, yeah, you're taking away the opportunity for it to even exist
Yeah. So like, what's wrong with that? Would you be like, would you
because
be
there's
able to
no
tell me?
potential, right? There's no ability.
All right, guys. We do have to stop it there. Now we're going to move on to your 3-minute closers. And if you guys want, we can do questions, comments, concerns, and critiques afterwards.
That was the longest 8 minutes of my life.
Well, anyway, Scrimbud, your 3 minutes starts whenever you say your first word.
All right, so I have demonstrated like successfully that my interlocutor has changed his position twice. He hasn't been able to sufficiently demonstrate why the fetus in utero is a type of thing that should be given protections and should be sufficiently justified to override the bodily autonomy and integrity of the mother. My opponent also wasn't able to properly evaluate how moral delineations are made when asked the question of like how experiencers are. He gave like a personal anecdotal story about how he was able to overcome certain things, to which I pointed out that he was an experiencer and the fetus prior to a certain point is not an experiencer, so that would just not follow that the fetus is an experiencer, to which he replied and said that well, if you would allow it to live, then it would become an experiencer, which is obviously my point. Just because something can become something doesn't mean that we obviously give them the opportunity or give them like protections because they are going to become something. I just think that the view that somebody is pro-choice is obviously the correct view. Pro-life is just like more of a way of trying to restrict women's integrity without completely understanding the burdens and the risks associated with pregnancy. And statistically speaking, also that, states that have implemented pro-life legislation or have banned abortion have seen horrible detriments in like women's health and have seen maternal mortality rates skyrocket. So I think the answer is pretty obvious that, pro-choice is the right view. And with that, I concede my time.
Okay, that's going to be the end of Scrimba's closer. Runaway, you get 3 minutes, and this is going to be like your time to do like your final arguments, your closing statement, and to one last chance to tell the audience why they should vote for you and say that you're the winner. It starts whenever you say your first word.
So I appreciate the debate. I've never done a debate like this, so thank you so much for allowing me up here. But the reason I became pro-choice, like I said, is as somebody who went through a lot of adversity, I can see now that my adversity was actually a superpower. It actually allows me to be more empathetic to a lot of different people who go through different situations, which a lot of my friends who don't have adversity, they don't relate to homelessness. They don't relate to SA. They don't relate to harm, right? Like, so sometimes I believe this is my superpower. And I feel like a lot of people get ABs because they don't feel like the time is right to have a kid. And they might think, oh, like, what if I raise this kid in adversity, which is like a huge reason why people have abortions, right? And I feel like because of that, we just say, okay, so whatever, I'm just going to get rid of this kid because it's not the right time. But you're potentially, making that kid who could be something that cures the next cancer or really does impact the world in a great way, not exist anymore by that choice. And I think that, as well as the emotional toll that it has on a person, right? The mental health that having an AB does. Like there should be other options, right? There should be clinics where you can give your baby up for adoption, or you can give it to a gay couple, right? Like, I am gay and I know a bunch of gay people who would love to have those kids and not pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to, do that. And so I think there's other options beyond just having, that AB, which is glamorized right now. And I think, there's definitely some circumstances where, it's not right what happened, right? Like maybe someone was raped or whatever. But I think like give that child a chance, right? Like they deserve the chance just like anybody else does. And I think when we actually look at what it is, a fetus is going to grow up to become a human. And we all started at that early stage of development. We all were fetuses once, right? So we all can relate to like if somebody just said, okay, screw this person, I'm just going to abort them, none of us could even be here, right? And I think we should give people opportunity. I'm always an advocate for the underdog and for people to have the right to exist. So that's all I have to say. Thanks.
Okay, and with that, that's going to conclude your closing statement. So guys, I'm going to run the poll. The audience, you get to choose who the winner is. You have the power tonight. So smiley face is going to be a vote for Scrimba, and the crying emoji is going to be a vote for Runaway. So you guys get to vote. And while we're doing this, we can do the comments, questions, concerns, or critiques. So we can get that underway while this poll is going out. But the poll is started. And go ahead, guys. Hit those emojis and vote for who you think the winner is. Does anyone have any comments, questions, concerns, or critiques for the two debaters? Don't all jump at me at once. No, I'm kidding. You guys are cool. I mean, like, if nobody has any questions, comments, concerns, that's totally fine.
I don't know, it was just kind of boring.
No. Well, I think with abortion debates, like they do get exciting on other parts of TikTok where they run like philosophical arguments and go even deeper into the material for sure. I think it depends who's debating.
Yeah, I think Runaway has a lot of growing up to do.
But I respect your opinion, you know.
Discrimination.
Thanks for letting me have a voice to give my opinion, even if you disagree. I mean, I respect your opinion too.
What is your opinion?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Come back anytime, and you're always welcome up here. And you can hang out if you want and debate again on maybe a different topic.
Yeah, no, I'm actually really glad I got to see how you do this because it's a different format than I'm used to. So yeah. I do appreciate you letting me come up here, and I think this is really helpful. You know, it's a lot more calm and respectful than a lot of the other stuff I've seen where people just dogpile or cuss you out or block you or kick you off, you know. So I appreciate it.
Absolutely. This is the controversial compass where, only the best ideas win. We want to bring professional debates to TikTok. And yeah, I'm the best debate host, or well, I don't know. I guess I'm the best debate host to do it on the app, or at least I want to be. And our official mascot for the controversial compass is Seer. So no, I'm kidding.
Well, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.
Mascot.
Clover wants to be the mascot. To be honest, like, okay, the official colors for the controversial compass is green and blue, and I mean, like, Clover, her name is literally a green plant. That's really cool. So yeah, a clover can be the mascot for.
What about a hammer and sickle?
That's a rare plant, like a Cameroonian sickle.
It's a hammer and sickle. It's a plant you find in like China.
Let me see. What is that supposed to? Wait, that's a knife. What are you talking about? But Shovel, what you got for? Are you a Christian or atheist?
Atheist.
Would you like to debate?
Yeah, debate me, please. I need a debate, bro.
You can choose any topic, and I'll make the background for you.
Okay. Well, I'm about to say it. I find theological debates to be kind of washed out. You know, I find at the end of the day everything's going to be kind of trivial.
I disagree. That's why we can debate trivialism.
Hold on, I like geopolitics.
Geopolitics?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pro IRGC. I'm pro Iran. Marxist-Leninism.
Okay. Seer?
If you want to debate whether or not the foundations of your view are trivial as a Christian or something, I can do that too.
Debate that, bro. We can debate God's existence.
Seriously, on fuck. What was it?
We're gonna debate God's existence.
He's gonna lose his mind.
Debate on fuck.
What is God?
No, debate me on dry meat being better than moist meat.
Yo, brother, I'm not finna debate you on that. We
Okay.
finna move
Firstly,
on.
no. Stew meat is way better. Barbacoa is way better. Birria is way better.
Yo,
Dry
look
meat
at
is
this
lame.
fucking nerd.
Dry meat is
I'm
lame.
gonna
You guys
fucking
just want to
crash
eat beef
out.
jerky. You know who else eats beef jerky? Asmund
You
Gold eats
son.
beef jerky, bro. It's some boring
Yo,
shit. It's losers.
do you just wanna debate God's existence?
No. I find it kind of just trivial.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. What are you gonna define God as?
Yeah, God is the necessary being for distinctions to exist.
Bro, I just Bro, I said it's gonna be trivial, and then you define God as a necessary being.
Yeah, sure.
Bruh,
What do you hash out to me?
I promise you that when you get down to the priors of your view, that you accept them all trivially, and there's no
I think you just have a loud mouth and you just don't know how to shut
a
up.
loud mouth.
Yeah. So like,
Why are
real
you
quick.
being mean, bro?
Yeah, real quick. Can you define being for
Hey,
God?
few things, bro. Drop the sass.
Hey, can you define being for the
What's
audience?
that meant to mean?
Drop the
Yeah, what
sass
is that?
breath.
Yeah, we're just gonna ignore that. I don't even need to get into what does that mean. Can you define?
Drop the sass.
Yeah, can you define being?
Put some respect
Being?
behind his name.
Yeah,
No,
can
I
you-
don't know why I would need to define being.
Okay. So can you define necessary?
Is this like a trivia or something?
So like, real quick, you're gonna say that my views are gonna collapse into trivialism, but you
No,
don't
I
even
think
know.
I think all
I'm
views
gonna
collapse
finish.
into
Holy
trivialism.
shit! Do you have autism by any chance?
Hold on. See, now you're getting inflammatory and you're getting weird.
No, I'm not getting inflammatory.
Why
I
are
just
you being
need to know-
ableist, bro?
Yeah, I'm not being ableist. I just need to know
You
whether
just
I need to
used
speak
autism
to
as an
you.
insult.
Hold on, no, I didn't. I need to
Yes,
know.
you
It's
did.
it's a
Now you're being a bad
clarifier.
faith interlocutor.
Yeah.
Now you're lying.
Can we get
You're
a mute
lying
on
about
that?
your intention.
Yeah.
You were saying that you just weren't being ableist when you were
my
using autism as an insult.
interlocutor and my interpretation.
How am I supposed to engage in
was
wrestling with
to
someone who's
apply
in bad
whether
faith?
you have autism.
You are tainting the
and
well.
via if you have autism
You won't
and
actually
you have
engage.
a learning
Instead, what you want to do is you want to be ableist and
at
weird, and
any
you want to deny
point
your
I
ableism.
can maybe speak to
It
you
just seems to me if you want to have
slower
a productive
or
conversation,
break
you want to say the
down
things you
hard
say, right?
words for you. And so maybe we can have a better interlocutor. So if anything,
Well, a
by
better one,
me
yeah, a better one
asking
would
you
be
if you
just
have
replacing you with someone
autism,
else.
it's just me asking you
Someone
if I
who
need
isn't
to
so
break
sassy.
down hard
The fact is, all
concepts.
views crumble to trivialism.
So whatever your name is, real quick, do you have low functioning autism and to the point where I
What
need
the fuck is wrong with this guy?
and to the point where I need to
Why
break
is he
down hard concepts.
like this?
Do I need to break down hard concepts for
Why
you?
are you?
Do you need
Why are
me
you being
All
ableist?
right, guys.
Do you
Wait,
need
hold on.
me
Wait,
to
really
break
quick.
down hard
We
concepts?
do need to get this under control.
It's
If there's any
one-sided.
questions, if there's any Christians in the comments who wants to come up and debate, please come up. We'll have like a formal debate, and we'll make it.
Yeah,
Very
Seer, outside of
professional.
your ableism, I'm just gonna ask.
Hold
What
on,
is
Chief.
your
Hold on, Chief.
epistemic?
Wait. My mouth is open. I'd like if people just wait till I finish. I'm doing announcements. But if you guys can, please tap your screens, like the live, share with anybody who you think might be interested. Atheists come up. You can debate. Any topic, I'll make the background for you. Christians come up. You can debate. Any topic, I'll make the background for you. I haven't been keeping track of the wins for the atheist or the Christian side. And some of the topics haven't really been atheist or Christian centered. So I think
atheist. Well, no, I lost to a Christian, and
yeah, this this debate's just going to be for personal reputation points, and I mean it's going to be on the internet. I'm going to post all these debates on like YouTube after I edit them, and I'm also going to add them to the scoreboard on my blog site. So this is just building your debate record basically and establishing your stats. So if you want to come up and show that your skills debate wise, feel free to come up.
Hey, Seer.
Yeah, what's up, man?
What is your theory of epistemic justification?
What's my theory of epistemic justification? I'm just
Yes.
assuming when you use epistemic, I don't understand how you're using that word.
Okay, so like the main theories of epistemic justification are going to be foundationalism, coherentism, virtue epistemology, and found-heretism. Epistemic justification is is the foundational category of justification of knowledge, right? So it's a system you assert to be able to justify your views, like on the most foundational level. Like a foundation is gonna believe that they have one belief that's foundationally justified, and they go from there. Coherentists are going to talk about how the justification of their beliefs arise from how they cohere together, right?
I would
All
have
these
to say I'm not
justification is necessarily trivial, and so all of your beliefs through there become trivial. When I say that all beliefs
not
are
a
trivial,
trivialist.
I'm talking about in an epistemic sense. Yes,
Yeah, I'm not talking. I wouldn't say I'm a trivialist. I would have to say like
I'm a trivialist.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a trivialist. I mean, we can debate trivialism if you want.
When I said your view is trivial, I wasn't saying that mine isn't. I'm saying that
I'm not.
that's why I think that higher level metaphysical
Uh-huh.
discussions like on God being a necessary being to me just don't seem worthwhile, because once we get into the meta, I'm just going to say, hey, by the way, I think this is trivial because I'm an anti-realist.
When you say meta, you're referring to meta commentary, right?
Well, no, not meta commentary. I just mean like the just past what is like to the source, to like metaphysics, to like metaethics,
Wait, real quick.
to meta epistemology. I don't mean meta like
Metaphysics is
meta in
what?
regards to the commentary. I mean meta in regards to the ideas
Real
of
quick.
the priors.
I'm just very confused. I see myself very confused in this line of questioning. You said that metaphysics is a line of source. When you use source, how are you hashing that
Yeah,
out?
so you're gonna have source physicalism or source idealism. When it comes to existence, you're going to have to make one metaphysical claim on whether or not whether or not objects exist. Right? You're going to have metaphysical priors, and when it comes to debating theism and atheism, and you go to these priors, it becomes just about the probability of priors. Like how much more probable are your priors than my priors? The presuppositions of your view compared to mine. But when it comes to metaphysics, it's kind of all things equal because it's not really falsifiable.
To be very honest with you, man, I feel like that you've
Are you
read.
familiar with Draper?
I feel like.
Are you familiar with Draper?
I feel like you've read one meta ethics paper.
No. Are you familiar with Draper?
And you've learned.
Can you just answer the question? Are you familiar with Draper?
Yeah, I'll answer the question right after.
Just yes or no?
Yeah, I'll answer the question.
You were being so mean to me, and now I'm trying to engage in a good dialogue, and now you're trying to discredit my knowledge, which is really weird.
I'll finish
right?
the conversation.
I'm simply just giving you Draper's low prior argument. You know, Graham Hopping?
Yeah,
it just goes to the fact that the presuppositions of theism and atheism,
yeah, buddy,
the priors of source physicalism and source idealism are roughly the same.
I don't think I was too fetched when I asked you if you had autism. I'll answer your question right after.
Again, you were being weird, insulting, and inflammatory, and also ableist.
Yeah,
you're being bad faith. I'm engaging in good faith.
Yeah,
it just seems to be the case. You didn't even know what epistemic justification is.
Wait, hold
so I
on.
really can't take you serious as a philosophy student because you just don't really seem to care about philosophy itself.
Yeah.
That's like not knowing what meta ethics is.
Yeah,
you can't track because you've never run. You know what I'm saying? You can't track because you've never gotten over a hurdle.
And you're fucking.
You want some kind of simpleton conversation about
right now. Hey,
God.
fat ass, calm down.
I think that you can't prove God, and I can't disprove God.
Don't get too carried away.
So the dialectic is lazy and boring.
Hold on. Shh, Daddy's here.
Daddy's here. Daddy's here.
After I finish,
I will stick my dick so far up your butt that I pee out your mouth.
Wait, you want to stick? Listen, I don't want any sexual interaction with you. I just stated myself.
Hey, getting called autistic is my kink, and you keep calling me.
Yeah, can we get a moderator? I'm sorry, I just can't finish a sentence apparently.
Oh yeah, hold on. Can we get a moderator for his ableism?
Yeah, I just find myself to be more of a father figure in your life because it seems that you need a little bit of leading.
Again, you'll do anything but actually respond to what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy, right?
I can respond right after I finish.
No, you can't. You can't engage in substance. You know what? You know what an epistemic theory of justification was. You don't know what a source is. You don't know about priors and possibilities. You don't know about the probability.
It seems you don't have.
It's just. I'm not trying to be crazy.
A problem with interruptions.
Wait. You don't have to tell us. I was just wondering. But anyway, you guys are just having like a rhetoric off.
I don't even know what that word means, but I would just like to say one thing before you finish.
But also, look, asking if somebody is autistic. Look, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
It's low tier.
It's pretty effective rhetorically, but also at the same time, it can flirt with ableism.
I never meant to hurt his feelings. I just needed to know if I needed to break things down more simpler.
Yeah, more simple. What do you mean, bro?
I guess let's try to avoid asking people if they're autistic.
Of course. Yeah,
unless you are genuine.
That's also just not a symptom of autism, by the way.
Yeah, no, I grant that. I'm just asking, like, maybe he's more like
Look,
we don't need to play like we obviously asking if he's autistic implies that being autistic, one would typically be either not understanding something in lieu of their autism or not tracking a point in lieu of their autism. Both are not symptoms of autism. ASD. That's not true.
Yeah, maybe I apologize for calling you autistic, Shovel.
No, it's fine. I wanted to engage in
I deeply apologize, and maybe I can maybe I'll repent about that later. But
no, the thing is that when I came into this discussion, when I said your view was trivial, I said mine was as well. It's called epistemic humility, right? Where I'm an anti-realist, but I don't think your view is just not real.
Yeah, hold on. I never doubted that. I grant
No.
I grant that.
There's so much stuff to unpack. You think trivialism is true because you're an anti-realist? An anti-realist about what?
No. I don't think trivialism is true because I'm an anti-realist. I think trivialism is true because I'm a trivialist. And also necessarily an anti-realist.
Thank you for that exposition. Why do you think
hold on. No, that's
trivialism
important. That is important. I don't think anti-realism bakes in trivialism. I don't think it does.
Okay. Well, each time you've mentioned that you're a trivialist, yeah, I'm a trivialist. I'm an anti-realist. I don't think every time you've said that, you mentioned you're an anti-realist.
I was responding to two different claims he made, and one of the claims was what had to do with me being a trivialist, and the other one had with me not believing in metaphysics.
Okay, and you not believing in metaphysics somehow implies trivialism, or maybe
No. That implies anti-realism. That's why I was saying anti-realism.
Okay. Well, why are you a trivialist?
I think that I don't think there's any kind of form of justification that doesn't trivially bake itself justification within itself. I think justification is circular, not logically, not viciously, but epistemically.
That's not what trivialism is.
All views become trivial from that. Oh, I'm a trivialist because I'm an emotivist. Like, what?
Are you trolling, or are you just saying big words?
What do you think trivialism is?
It's a view in logic that says if the principle of explosion is true, you can still conserve meaning across logical propositions. So they deny explosion effectively?
No, that's not what I'm talking about at all.
Okay, well, when you say trivialism, what do you understand that to be with respect to? We can take your understanding.
It was specifically in regards to the into the knowledge of the original claim. So I was saying that I think your view is trivially true.
What does that mean?
Trivially
when
true.
you say something is trivially true,
it's going to be true. It's going to be true based off its priors, right? It's necessarily going to be true based off its priors. Like I believe every single theory of system or system of justification.
Wait. We're throwing a lot of big words that just look. Prior talk is talk typically found in B.A.S.H. that's not deductive. So when you say it necessarily follows,
I was referencing priors because I was referencing Draper's low prior argument.
That's not to say that there necessarily follows. That's not what's being said.
Hold on. That's not my claim at all. My specific claim is I was using trivial as in regards to, I was saying your view is trivially true in the sense that all theories of justification are justified via their internal justification systems. I think I was talking about justification being
take a second and breathe, because it sounds like you're running a marathon and it's not very
well. I'm walking my dog. What you're hearing a lot of is the wind in the microphone as well.
Okay, that's okay. I'm trying to okay. When I asked you, what do you mean by trivial? And what you responded with was that your response about it being trivial was that it necessarily follows from priors. And then we went on to say, okay, that kind of talk is irresponsible because that's not typically how it's used. So, I mean, and the way what you're now explaining is some type of meta critique about a epistemological justification. I'm not asking for that.
No, hold on. It's not a meta critique. Again, I think you seem way more better faith than Seer, but also I feel like you're miscategorizing my position. So in the beginning, when I was talking about trivialism, it's kind of like, for example, if I'm having a moral discussion, I might say I'm an anti-realist, right? But I'm not saying moral anti-realist, even though when I say anti-realism, I'm specifically talking about in a moral domain. I'm not necessarily committing myself to anti-realism of other kinds, right? When I was talking about trivialism, it was already in context of the conversation as to his belief of
I
God
agree
existing
that
being trivial.
I agree that that's a common practice to say, oh, you're a realist about semantics. That's not to say you're a realist about moral theories. However, trivialism is such a hyper-specific view in Phil of Logic that to say you're a trivialist about something else isn't informative. The same way that if you say
I think it is, because I before I even said the term trivialist, I was saying how I was applying it already. I don't really care about. I'm gonna be honest.
but what you meant by
I don't
keep in
hold on.
mind,
I don't
it's
really care about
important
the
to keep
larger
in mind.
semantics of this, because he's not really informed, or neither am I, on those niche specific instances.
That's the problem I'm picking
Hold
out.
on. No. I shouldn't be restricted from saying, hey, I think both of our views are trivial. In that case, right now, I'm more of a trivialist. Obviously, I'm not.
What do you mean by that? Is the question, because it's
What
when
do
you
I
said
mean by the views
earlier.
trivial?
Yeah, when you said earlier, it necessarily follows.
Trivially justified.
What is the word trivial picking out there?
What do you mean picking out? It's trivially justified. It's
Yeah, when you say
justified.
trivial, when I say it's trivially justified, how is that different from just saying it's justified?
No, because it's not justified in a meaningful sense, because justification has no meaning.
Okay, so now we've went from what it means for something to be trivial is that it necessarily follows from priors to it's not meaningful.
All right. Okay.
Yes. Yes,
hold
it's
on,
not
guys.
meaningful, because all theories of
Hold on, guys.
justification are trivial.
Like,
hold on. I'm applying this in a very
wait, hold on.
way.
Really quick.
I mean, I just wish you would.
I
just wish you'd
you
like
a Christian or an
engage that.
atheist? You there, Calm Critic?
You think you can know something?
I'm sorry, yes, I am a theist.
Dogmatic, bro. Huh?
No.
Eastern Orthodox.
Do you want to talk about my argument for theism?
Actually, wait, can you actually present that? I mean, I'm not an atheist. But I wanna.
Yeah, just very strictly speaking, it's Matthew Adelstein's anthropic principle with some slight modifications, but that's the gist of the view.
I do have a question. Do I have to be this philosophically adept to be a part of this discussion?
But
oh, jeez, drop me now then.
Oh, no, but Calm Critic, you can debate on any topic you want, and yeah, you're Eastern Orthodox, right?
Me, no, I'm Catholic.
Oh, okay. So are there any atheists here who would want to debate a Catholic?
But we love our Eastern Orthodox brothers.
Oh, okay. Any atheist on the left-hand side who wants to debate Catholic? Clover, this might be time for your debut. But actually, wait,
we
what
can
are we
pick a
talking
different
about?
topic if you'd like to.
All right, I wasn't paying attention. I'm drinking something. What did you say? I heard my name.
I was just wondering if you wanted to debate.
Debate what?
A Catholic.
We can pick. You can. Pick
I don't know
the
enough
topic.
about Catholicism.
We don't have to.
Like I literally know nothing.
Are you like wait? What Catholic rite are you?
Roman Catholic.
Latin rite.
Yeah.
Brayden is telling you to just scream slurs the entire time, Clover, and you
Oh
might
my
win.
god, no.
Yeah, that works sometimes. I mean, or you can just
Works every time.
Yeah. Or
Just
what
be
you can do.
disingenuous as.
Hey Clover, what would you like? What are you passionate about talking about?
Well, what I'm passionate about is.
If we can keep it at discussion level, that's different because I'm not a debater, but I just don't think that now is appropriate. I don't want to crash anyone's party.
Well, I'll actually debate him instead of a contism.
Once again, I'm not that philosophically.
Oh
trained.
no, it's not. Wait, what?
So
it's not philosophy. It's the. What I believe the seed of the.
Doctrinal.
You're not doctrinal.
Sure, I'm not that doctrinal.
What is that?
I would argue more.
Sarah,
I'm more of a lay person.
Set of occultism's the belief of the seat of the Pope is vacant.
Oh, okay, I have heard that, but I'd be agnostic about that. I don't think it pertains. I don't think it has an effect on whether God exists or whether it's key to my salvation.
Sure.
I mean,
So
someone
I
could
would just
run like
argue
a.
it's
I'm low-key gonna get
irrelevant.
off here. I'm low-key gonna get off here and go read some Phil papers. Goon to a little bit of Hegel here and there, and
Type shit.
Type shit.
What I do, I jack off to Hugh.
Okay. Anyway,
I'm Daviding my humor.
Okay, Brandon. We don't need to know all that. But I don't know. Maybe someone could run like the basic problem of evil against him. But to be honest, look, like I'm not even like pressuring for debates. We could just chill. Sorry if do I seem on edge? Sorry if I'm.
I've offered
No,
argument.
you're chill. You're always chill.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. I'm like just sitting on my PC. Life's good. Life's good.
That must hurt.
No, like I have a gaming chair and it's very comfortable.
I got it. There's a literalist over there.
It's been it's been such a long life. Oh shit. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. There's 17 people on the live. If you can, tap your screens, like the live, share with anybody who you think might be interested. It's Fight Night Fridays, and I'm hosting mini debates. But we can do whatever you guys want to do. To be honest, I could debate somebody, but I know Cage is like extremely high. Cage literally went to college for philosophy, so he's extremely high tier.
Yeah, he ain't shit.
Just cringed so deeply.
Wait, Cage, you don't like being tiered, dude? You don't like tier lists?
Well, for like 3 years, I wasn't on any of the lists, and that felt like bliss.
Wait, Cage, you don't like when people analyze your every move? You don't love that?
Well, considering the profession I want to go into, I might have to reconsider that.
Cage, you've created a fan base on TikTok. We know
I
your
hope
stats.
not.
Some people are fucking weird, though.
Grandpa.
I respect Cage as like
Showing off.
a debater, or an ex-debater, I guess. Once master debater. A once master debater, now ex-debater. But some people take it too far and start power scaling people. Like, this is fucking Goku and Saitama. Like, it's fucking cringe.
Yeah,
Wait, is it? Well, actually, I was about to ask, like, is it? But low-key, you're not wrong. Like, calling people, like, high tier and low tier, it's a bit middle schooly.
I call Cage low tier because I love him and he's my friend.
It gets into kind of like a form of elitism as well.
Yeah.
That only isolates them further. They're already really shitty, like, communicators if they're not speaking to someone who's knowledgeable in their own field of interest or expertise. So it doesn't help. They're just so inept.
Yeah, what's the argument for that, low?
I'm not speaking comprehensively
Hey, that's
or
a dodge?
indiscriminately.
But also, like, I don't know. I guess it's part of the culture on TikTok as well. But like, no, you're right. Like, it does.
That's true.
Be like elitism. But yeah, everyone's always competing with each other and debating, and then people just want to rank each other. And then Kylo has literally formed like a 200-man like debate crew, and then other debate crews have like broken out.
And Cage is gonna take them all on, one after another.
Like
200v1.
White beard.
Bro, dude, Clover, when I tell you like debate crews have broken out on TikTok, you have like KG, and then you have AF, and then you have like students of KSID.
Yeah.
What does AF stand for?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know.
AF, like, I don't know.
Like America First? Is that like the fucking?
Oh shit!
That'd be weird.
That's crazy.
Look,
I'll just stand with that.
I tried to form a crew, but like, I
I
don't know.
bet they all have assault charges if that's the case.
Oh, well, that's.
Oh, you know it's true.
Well, yeah. But no, they're really cool guys. I actually have an event that's coming up where it's gonna be, I mean, he might be right, but like, it's gonna be like KG versus AF. It's gonna be 3 debates.
Wait, Jay, are you dead ass? Please tell me you're joking. That's too funny.
I got a tattoo today on my ribs.
Babe.
And
Oh
it
my
is
God.
It is the worst fucking pain I've ever felt in my life. I'll show you guys all.
They did it all at once?
Yep, they did it all at once. Oh, it's like fucking.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
It's
You
like
should big
there's no
screen me.
way to like describe it, but it's like extremely fucking painful.
Wait, hold that pose really quick. Just give me 1
All right, let me
second.
get some of my ass in there real quick.
You don't need to do all that.
You don't
I'm
want me to be
almost
double
done.
cheeked up? Yeah,
Hold on,
Cage,
I'm
you like
almost done.
that?
Wow.
Not so. No, it's for. So my grandma really loved Cardinals, and
You
I
did
got
it
it,
finally.
and dude, I told Cage about this a long time ago. It fucking hurt, dude. When he got to, hang on, that's my nipple, sorry, but when he got to right here,
You might want to
right
cover that
there,
up for
dude.
TikTok.
When he got to right there, yeah, my profile isn't me, fucking. But when he got to right there on the rib, dude, I about punched him in the fucking mouth. Like it wasn't fun. But it's over. It's done with.
I've heard that like the most pain like people have called in on radio stations where they talk about tattoos, and people who have like their cornea tattooed, their tongue tattooed, like every inch of their body that's tattooable is tattooed. They say that like an overwhelming majority of different people say the knee ditch is the most painful part of the body to get a tattoo on. The back of your knee is what
Okay.
that is.
I
Rate
was
it.
like, I don't know shit, man, about like what the fuck any of that was. The knee ditch. I'm gonna start calling it that. It sounds like a slur. Knee ditch.
Oh my god.
But I'm gonna start calling Cage that.
For reference,
Here's the
I am
bottom of the
black,
foot.
so in case anybody thought that was prejudice, absolutely was.
It was not. No. This motherfucker has sent. Never mind. I can't share what you've sent me through TikToks, but this motherfucker has sent me some crazy shit that I
No, I didn't.
couldn't. Yes, you did. I can't laugh at it. That's the thing, right?
No, I
Like
would
you
never
can.
post you. I would never send you jokes you can't laugh at.
No, I can laugh at it. It would just be like kind of like a little on the nose, you know. Like wouldn't be right.
No, I don't know. I'm black.
I'm not
I'm
explaining it
accepted.
deep.
I had somebody tell me that race is a topic that I've been very interested in recently, and unfortunately populated by people that have the patience of a goldfish, and so I tend to have very poor discussions on there, not because I get frustrated or because the conversation just is seemingly infantile. It's just because I'll say like a genuine point of mine, like, oh, well, take any point that's genuine. And to them, it just seems so obvious that they don't even want to speak to me about it, which is absurd. Like, and I'm not talking about things that are like absurd if you deny. I'm talking about like an example is earlier I had a conversation was can black people or can white people experience racism? And I went up and I said, well, I'm not really sure. Because as far as I understand, some biracial people for whom have an expression of both traits might be considered white, but I would still say that for the fact that those people come from oppression, they might be able to express, or they still can experience said racism. And it just didn't go very well, right? I'm not talking about like, oh, well, like obvious things where it's like, okay, you're out of line here.
I could really use some fucking donuts right now.
Some donuts.
You're a grown man, dude. Go get some fucking donuts.
Well, you guys.
Dude, he just scribbled his fucking that
sure
big
as
ass beard, bro. Holy, must be not.
Hi, Jay.
Watch me pull 440. That's fucking clutch.
Should we put him on big screen or?
Bro, just
Oh
showing
yeah,
off.
put him
for
on big
real.
screen, dude. That's a hell of an accomplishment. That's fucking. Oh well, he's doing sumo.
Oh, he doing sumo?
I'm just kidding.
Bro.
No, I'm just kidding, bro.
Come on, man.
Nah, that's still 440, bro. That's fucking.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I can't do 440 there. I can't even talk shit.
Is that KG or is that?
Damn.
Look at that.
Get
Bro,
that
that's
shit.
fucking no fucking straps. What the hell?
Yes.
That dude's
Get it
fucking
straight raw.
huge. The most I ever did was 425
That's so
with
cool.
straps, bro. Also like 100 pounds heavier.
Hey, Scrubber, let me get a squeeze,
dude?
nigga.
Is that the shark?
The legendary
Yo,
shark.
Scrimba, you made me a little bit more LGBTQ than I just
That's
was, brother.
insane.
Just so you know.
Yeah,
Yo, crazy work.
Well,
that's
Double
we
it.
can discuss it later on Discord.
Yo, shark just came out the closet.
Can somebody listen? Can somebody, preferably Cage, explain to me if he believes like the distinction between race, nationality, and ethnicity? Because people keep telling me that I can be Chinese, and I just fundamentally denounce that.
Wait, I can
Nash.
explain. Like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
What is your actual like?
All right, well,
We're
fuck
parent.
me when I said preferably Cage. Fuck
I'm
me.
Oh,
so
my
no. I
fault. My
really want to
fault.
hear
My
this guy's
fault. My
Why
fault.
explanation.
and
Damn.
why? Really, why should we value your preferences?
Damn.
Damn, this crazy work.
I
Cage,
really
go
want to
ahead,
hear this
please.
guy explain it.
Oh, okay, yeah, here. Yo, Jay, it's your moment, man.
I just said it because Kay said he wasn't like that thing about racism. So I'm like, oh, you feel me?
No, go ahead.
Like
You
you
got
want
the
Kay's
floor, pal.
experience, like
You
tell you.
wanted the attention. We're gonna give it to you. Fucking go ahead.
No, I just really want to hear his
I'm low key a
opinion.
laid back type nigga, so I don't like this attention for real.
Can someone
Oh,
just
Well,
tell
you
me?
got
Okay, can everybody in here just tell me? Do you think that it's possible for me, a non-Chinese, to
Well,
be
let's take a look at.
Chinese?
Well, let's take a look at.
I mean, I guess there's different ways to refer to Chinese. Like if you're
Well,
culturally Chinese, then
There's
sure.
no way in fuck you could be Chinese.
No,
I mean,
Wait, hold
Chinese
on.
like
Braden, they affirm the position that if you have citizenship in China, that makes you Chinese.
No, I didn't say that.
I would say if you're born,
If
if
you
you were born in
assimilate,
China, if you were
You're
born in
well,
China's
Chinese.
soil, then I guess nationality wise you would be it, but ethnic wise, I don't think so.
yeah, you can.
Because
I think
right,
that you can culturally be something without biologically be something. So, like, if you assimilate and you know the language, you know the history, you know the commonalities of behavior. I think, yeah, I mean, you can
So
consider
if
yourself
I
Chinese.
learn Chinese, that makes me Chinese. The
No,
language.
Oh
That's not what
no.
I
man,
said.
we're all related to
It
Genghis
takes more
Khan.
than that to assimilate.
What does it take? Do I
I
have to
mean,
taste the soil?
Yeah.
bro's gotta be a fucking munch,
no,
bro.
you don't have to eat dirt.
Because I've eaten American
I
soil.
don't
Does
know
that
where
make me
you.
American?
I don't know
I
where
don't
you
think that
got
makes
that
you
from.
American, Shark.
Well, it
Honestly,
makes me an American.
at this point, Clover might
I
be
don't
white,
know.
black, and Chinese.
No, Clover, she's a black man reincarnated. I told y'all this,
Oh
bro.
my god.
Cage, have you attempted to ask anybody, like in depth, analytically, what's an American?
Yes.
Have you
What?
have you
That's like
gotten a coherent
that's
answer?
a huge political point. Yeah, of course.
Wait,
What's
actually,
the?
really quick,
Go ahead.
De Niro, are you Christian or atheist?
I'm Christian.
Okay, you're on the right side.
Yeah.
The fuck you mean I'm on the right? Yeah, I am not
Oh,
on
wait,
the
wait,
right
wait.
side. You better switch me over to it.
Oh, yeah, I gotta get
Get me
Braden
away from
over.
these Christ believers, dude. Oh my god, these bad
And
people.
Scrimba's on the wrong side, but we don't got Christians.
Well, that's
So,
also false because I've literally shown Scrimba proof of God, and he swam away from my live when I showed it to him. So.
Get it? Because he's a shark and sharks swim away.
No, but seriously, you guys think I'm fucking around. Tell me what race, nationality, and ethnicity is, because nobody is telling me a consistent answer.
I don't know, the semantics.
Low key, me personally, I think race is just based off like the societal structure compared to like it's different compared to America, different compared to Middle Eastern. So I think it's more of a cultural societal structure thing that's based off like phenotypes, which can be skin color.
How about this? I'll tell you my understanding. You tell me if you think I'm dumb.
Okay.
I think race is literally just like your skin complex, like your melanin, and how dark or light you are. That's it. That's literally it.
I mean, you're not wrong. I don't think you're not wrong, but
I
like,
disagree with that.
but like, let's say if someone's albino, are they like,
Yeah,
and their parents are
their
both black?
race,
Are they
their
not?
race is white. Yep. Final
Whoa,
answer.
no, I wouldn't say that.
No. Okay, so
Their
race can be-
ethnicity could be their ethnicity or nationality, depending on how we're defining it, could be African American, but they're
race
white.
is not it's not based purely off skin color though.
Yeah, they still have features of like what would be considered black people.
See, this sounds racist. They
Well,
have
hold on,
features
wait.
of black people.
Well, hold on, wait,
Well,
guys.
I don't even
Would it
affirm
be?
that race is real, so.
Wait, guys.
Yeah,
Would it be
what
crazy?
features specifically, Clover? Go ahead.
Wait a minute, hang on. If race isn't real, then
what?
how are black people real?
I think she meant like the concept itself isn't derived from like something that's based off like true objective things. Like
She
race is a
literally
social
just
construct.
she
It's
literally
not
just
like
said
race.
there's real. She literally
Like,
just said there's real biological markers in black people in the albino.
oh, what?
What?
Yeah, I said that they're white. You said no because they have distinct markers.
I don't know.
I mean, no, they would. I didn't say that anything was black or white. I said that they wouldn't be considered in our society black, or I mean white, because like they still have facial features
Oh.
that are typical for what people would call
Face
black
features. Yeah, okay. Turn on your camera real quick. Do you have the face features? Go ahead.
Of a black person?
Yeah, wait, what's the face feature
Come
of
on,
a
bro.
black person?
I
That's
think
not
what's
what she
being I
means.
think what's being
people. I don't
stated
know.
is that
Have
there's
some
more
pattern
phenotypes
recognition.
than just skin color.
No,
Melanation of
she said
skin
have
is
some
just a
pattern
singular
recognition. That's so
phenotype,
funny. Sorry, Matthew.
but you
What?
can have melanation is just one phenotype that would be added into this. You can have other phenotypes such as like skeletal structure in the face is one thing that she's
Whoa,
doing.
I don't know what this. Hang on, you're
Position of the
talking.
cheekbones,
Sister,
angle of the jaw,
I don't even know.
forehead ridge. All
Are
these
we
things
defining
would be
race?
different. Yeah, when talking about race, it's a phenotypical position. So all phenotypes are going to be like put into this category when talking race.
Are you
So
just
you're going to have
defining?
racial
Are you
structures
defining
that have
race
a group
as
of
phenotypes?
phenotypes. No, I'm saying distinction of race
Okay,
would be
what's
done through
race?
phenotypes.
I got to start with define race.
Race would be a biological group within a species that is categorized by phenotype.
I'm gonna punch something. Is this how people feel when I talk? What the
That's
fuck did you just say to me?
idiosyncratic.
You didn't say anything to me.
Wait. Would it be racist of me to say that there are trends between groups of people?
Oh, well, I think that talking about race is racist. I firmly believe that.
Well, okay. So when it comes to Asian, never mind.
Okay, so there's this position of difference between race and ethnicity. Okay, they get this like straight. Both are just constructs that people use to make groups because we are pattern-seeking animals that like to classify things.
Not if they're real biological traits.
Yeah, but the choice of what biological trait to use to classify is just a pattern-seeking behavior.
Yeah.
Wait. If you're like Chinese or Japanese, it's probably gonna be likely that you're gonna have like paper white skin, right? Is that crazy to say?
See, that's race. That has to be racist.
It depends on if you're talking about it as a race or as an ethnicity.
Even racially wise, they still wouldn't be white. That's the thing.
Okay, let's say we took like a group of bones.
He just said that they have paper white skin, but they're not white.
But that don't make them. I don't know how to explain even further, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, this is my. Now you understand my dilemma.
Like, considering how their social culture is like really into having pale skin, yeah, that does make sense.
Okay,
That's like a beauty standard in their environment.
To me, it seems like I'll just give you my 3 categories. Okay, race, skin color or melanin, the ethnicity, and you could swap ethnicity and nationality. I don't really care. One is like, I don't know, your biological culture, like Nigerian. Shout out Coco. Also Nigerian, by the way, Coco. Like,
wait, Sonder, do you think Michael Jackson was white?
At the end of his life, he was white. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Oh my goodness gracious!
You don't think he was? You don't think Michael Jackson was white at the end of his life?
No.
If all you're talking about when you say white is the amount of melanin,
right?
You are just talking about a different context of the word white than somebody else is when they say white. Somebody is using white to refer to a Caucasian individual.
All I know is I'm the only person. Matthew also did. He attempted to. He said I don't know the word, the PH word, phenomenology. Phenotype. Thanks. Matthew's explained it, right? But I feel like nobody else is offering an adequate, coherent definition of race.
Wait, hold on, guys. With the Michael Jackson thing,
arbitrary.
He's genetically, or really quick, like Michael Jackson is genetically African American.
But that's not
phenotypically African American.
Hang on. Is African American a race, a nationality, or an ethnicity? Go ahead, Coco.
I don't know what I'm doing here, folks.
I don't either. That's what I'm trying to say.
I would say African American is is a race and can be considered
See,
ethnicity
no,
too.
see, Matthew. This is the problem.
I
Is they start
consider it a nationality,
right.
personally.
They started
Well,
equipping, and
that
by
too.
they, I just mean people in general. Calm down, everybody. People just start lumping in race, ethnicity, and nationality, and there's no categorical distinction at a certain level.
What do you mean, people? Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, because if I was to talk to just a black man, just a random black man around the world, doesn't matter, right? I'm traveling the world. I'm talking to a
No,
random
wait. I
black man.
have to stop you.
I'm
By
not going to
black,
call him an
are you
African
just talking about
American.
melanin?
Phenotypically black with the melanin. Yes,
Wait,
that's what I'm talking about. Specifically, I'm discussing just the
So,
phenotype of having high
All right, you're
melanin.
talking to
albino
Nothing
Scrimba.
else.
Okay,
included?
next.
To call that person an African American would be a straight up assumption on my position.
I agree.
Yeah.
I would have no clue where their ethnic origin was or what nation they are a part of.
I agree.
Yeah.
America is a nation. The phenotype of having melanin is what we consider black, the
Right,
phenotype.
are you saying it would be inappropriate to call Scrimba African American without talking to him?
Yeah, probably.
Scrimba, do you
If I
think
had
that that's
if I
fair, or do
had
you think that that's
enough,
inappropriate?
dude, that guy's an Indian man. What are you talking? He doesn't look black. He looks Indian.
Right. The point is that not all black people are African American, but the line gets blurred at a certain point.
And that's why race
so
isn't that's why
I
race isn't a
agree.
biological thing. It's a social
Wait,
construct.
actually, wait,
That's
hold on,
social.
yes,
wait,
I would
wait, wait.
consider African to be an ethnicity. An ethnicity. I would consider American to be a nationality, and I would consider black to be a phenotype.
Wouldn't all black people
See,
be
Yeah,
I think
African?
that's
it's
a good.
probably both an ethnicity and nationality.
But then you're just equivocating on the terms. You
How
don't have a
old is
categorical
this
distinction.
person?
You can have an overlap.
I'm
Like a
She's
22.
nationality is any primary group that you're part of that is considered a nation, because you can have nations that aren't countries. You could have nations.
Is that just having citizenship?
It doesn't
No.
even have to be citizenship, because you can have a nation of like the collegiate athletes of a college can be a nation.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a
In the
country.
actual world, removing citizenship, can I be Chinese?
Ethnically, yes.
How the fuck? What?
Ethnicity refers to culture, language, as well as ancestry.
I don't have any ancestors who are Chinese.
If you, yeah, that's so. Yeah, you wouldn't be.
So that's what I'm
This is the
asking
whole
you.
position of
In the
could you
actual
be?
world right now, can I be Chinese?
Yeah, if you were to go to China, embed yourself within the culture, learn the
Exactly.
language, and be part of that culture, and have that language and have that shared experience, you could enter into that ethnicity.
Let's just say, okay, language. So, okay, what if I'm in America and I type in on my computer how to learn Chinese, the language, and I learn more about Chinese culture than 50% of the Chinese citizens? Am I Chinese?
Well, you can't know what it's like until you're actually there.
What are you talking about? I have a robot.
Are you a part of the nation or are you not?
This got to be a
It's like
brain dead
Mary,
conversation, bro. I'm not gonna lie,
like a Mary's Chinese person. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah.
bro. This is. I think this is common sense. I'm not gonna lie.
So I am.
You think this
I
is
am,
common sense?
Yeah.
my ancestry comes from Germany, right? That's where my biological ancestry comes from. If somebody asked my ethnicity, German would be part of it due to that connection, even though I don't speak German and am not part of the German culture.
Oh, you're just saying
It's not a singular thing.
Ethnicity is just saying your biological chain, right?
Or inclusion in the culture, or inclusion in the language. There's many positions.
But can I do that online?
I don't see why not.
Well, like
so I don't even have to go to China to be Chinese.
No, you have Chinese people that have never set foot in China.
Okay, wait. If I have no biological ties, no citizenship, and I just learn the culture and language of China, can I be Chinese?
If you are living a Chinese culture, speaking a Chinese language, I don't see why you wouldn't be considered part of that ethnicity.
I don't know. That one's complicated.
J-Scar, you said that this is common sense. Do you think that I can be Chinese with no biological lineage?
Common sense is like if someone isn't, if their parents isn't Chinese or anything like that, and then they can't say, "Oh, I'm Chinese because I know the language." That's like that makes no sense.
Well, hang on.
Are
Language
you talking
plus.
about citizenship? Are you talking about race? Are you talking about ancestry? Or are you
That's
talking
what
about culture and language?
Well, when we talk about ethnicity, I don't think there's one thing that determine what's ethnicity. It's
Exactly.
multiple. It's multiple things. You can't just have one and say, "Oh, I'm Chinese now."
If
removing
you have if you have a person
removing
that's born in the
citizenship.
U.S.,
Removing citizenship. What makes you an American?
Being born in America.
people like to say that America doesn't have culture, but America does have a culture.
Yeah.
It would be
Yeah, we
representative
do.
of the culture. But if you just take an example of a person born in the U.S. whose parents are both natural born Chinese immigrants, but they never learn to speak the language and they embed themselves within American culture, are you going to say they're not Chinese?
I'll give you a different one. Me and my partner, non-Indian. She's pregnant, 8 months. We travel to India. Okay, she goes into labor early. If you can put her at 7 months, if you want, and then she gives birth in India. Okay, the child is born in India. Are you telling me that my wife just gave birth to an Indian child?
As far as citizenship
Nationality
is
wise, yeah,
concerned, maybe.
yeah.
Isn't that
I
just
don't even know if I'd say
isn't that just a
nationality,
citizenship?
but just citizenship. But that would still hold the same name.
And
And we
then
can
what
have
happened?
different categories that are named the same. We do that all the time. And
Okay,
it might
what?
be confusing as crap, and it's probably an issue with language. But we use the same word to have various meanings depending on context
No, we
all the
all speak
time.
English.
Uh oh.
Right.
Everybody
What?
on this
All
stage
right.
Oh,
has
This
spoken
lady's like
What are
English.
she's
you
got to be like
doing?
So
68,
everybody
bro. Chill.
understands English.
get the lady out.
Yeah, we do all speak
Everybody here
English,
takes
but that doesn't mean
English.
every word we speak only has one definition and one meaning. If I
Oh,
ask
It
you
sounds
what the
like
word
every word she
two
speaks is one
means,
syllable.
if I ask you what the word two means, you're going to have to ask me in what context. If I ask you
I
what the
don't
word
think Christina
there
can count to
means, you
two.
have to ask me what context. Otherwise, you're going to have to give me multiple definitions to try to encompass what the words mean, because you know they mean multiple things.
yeah.
We do this with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I
I
agree.
think it's pretty obvious that race isn't real and that ethnicity is about lineage and heritage combined. But it can
I
also
agree.
just be referring to them separately as well. Like, you don't have to have both to be of that ethnicity.
Yeah. Usually when we say race, though, we're discussing phenotypes. We're discussing grouping of phenotypes.
Absolutely.
I would say phenotypes and like your parents as
Sometimes
well.
nationality, sometimes.
Yeah, and I think your parents as well. Like if someone
Mhm.
both parents are both black, we're gonna follow through that like they're black.
Yeah. That's why
Even
language
even
is
if they're
confusing.
albino or something like that, or even if
Well,
they don't
here's the
have the
thing.
they don't have the same 100% exact phenotypes as a black person, but the fact that
I
their
for-
parents are both black, they will be considered black.
Sorry. I forgot the
Yeah, just
name.
keep butting in, Clover.
I'm sorry. I have bad timing. But yeah, I
God
forgot the
damn it,
name.
Clover! What the fuck?
Keep fucking talking.
Fucking hell, Clover!
I want to bring up
Yeah, we
something
were almost
interesting
done with the
though.
conversation.
Anyways, I forgot the name of the condition, but it's genetically possible.
Oh, I forgot. Oh my
Can you shut
gosh.
the fuck up?
What the fuck is
Good
this?
I
Lord.
really am trying
What
to listen
happened
to
to
you here.
me?
I swear to God.
Somebody's
Anyways,
fucking grandma, dude. What the fuck?
God, just let me get this out. It's entirely possible for two black people to give birth to a quote unquote white child and for two white people to give birth to a black child.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Through recessive genetics, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Sometimes.
fascinating?
Yeah.
Mhm.
There was a couple where they found out that ancestrally they're the descendants of black people, and the genes skipped a generation or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
That girl needs to shut the fuck up, because she is the most whiny bitch
What's your
I've
argument?
ever heard in my
Why
life.
is
All
why is
right.
What's your
why
argument,
is,
sir?
why is
Just because she has a nicer voice to listen to than yours.
her microphone is so bad, dude?
Dude, she sounds like she has like a 60-year-old smoker cough.
Oh my god.
It sounded like Call of Duty Zombies for a sec. I thought
Y'all
someone
didn't
was
have
like,
to kick her. I wanted to interact. I chose to.
Oh, you wanted that?
I don't need your protection.
Oh, okay.
Bring her
Well,
back up,
bring her
dude.
back up. Oh, well, historically, like my mods have gotten mad at me for not protecting them or some shit. So like,
Oh no, I know.
For not
Yeah,
protecting them. Oh my
I think that
God.
when it comes to relationships, people should properly communicate their expectations.
Yeah, like
I
I
would
tell
say that's on
Matthew
them.
that I. Never mind. I'll be quiet.
Hi.
Hi, Auntie.
How are you? Do you think the Christian God exists? Christina?
I don't think she knows she's up here.
Christina, do you know where you're at right now? You're in the
How dare
dialectical
you
dungeon.
talk about?
You're in the dialectical dungeon, Christina. All right.
How dare I do what?
Yeah, I'm in the opposite.
Yeah. You're in the care home is where you're at, Auntie. All right.
Little girl, shut up.
Oh, that's weird.
You're an evil person.
What?
You're not a very good person.
Yeah, you hear that, Clover? You're not a very good person.
No one's ever called me an evil
Little
person
screams.
before.
Yeah, I heard
You
it.
are wild, lady.
Oh my god.
Scream again.
Wait,
What the fuck is wrong with this bitch?
What do you mean by that?
For
I'm gonna
some
find
reason,
out
like,
her.
Good.
She's like, something's fucking wrong with this lady. I don't know. Maybe her kids didn't visit her enough or some shit. I don't fucking know. But like,
But
she needs to
wait,
lock in.
Christina, what's evil about me? Do you find my voice off-putting and you
Something
don't know
about
why?
being 60 years old and in Texas. I don't get it.
Yeah. I'm
hot
from
fries
Texas, though. Am I gonna be like you when I'm 60? Because we're both females and we're from Texas, and we have that in common. The only thing different is the age.
Clover, be so fucking for real right now.
Are you my final form?
Your voice.
Am I looking into the future?
Your voice is fake. That's not your voice. That's not your voice. That's
Man,
not your voice.
I'm Gen X in Texas as well, and you're making us look bad.
It's
That's
okay
not your voice.
You're
Don't talk to
You're
me
making Gen
unless
X
you're
look
gonna
bad.
talk
You
to
might want to
me
stop.
Well, you're
for
talking
real.
to me right now.
Why are you so mean?
Okay, it's okay. Go ahead.
Can I post this on
Why are you
YouTube?
so?
At this point?
Is it? Did you bleach your hair that white, or are you just that fucking old? That's the real question I have.
Oh my god.
I'm just that fucking old.
That's a
Wait, is someone
blatantly
making fun of
clear,
Clover's
dude.
voice?
Yes.
Yeah.
All my hair is
okay.
gray.
Oh.
All my hair is gray.
Evil
I see a bald spot up there, bitch.
You
God
are
damn.
an evil person.
Can I ask your name? Can I ask your name,
That's
Huck? Can I ask your name, Huck?
hilarious.
Can I ask your name, Huck? Is it Christina? Kristen? What was it, love? Sweetheart. I was talking
What
to
do
you,
you
Christ
Kristen.
think
is
it is?
nasty. Is that what it
Kristen?
says?
I'm gonna call you
Oh
Kristen.
no,
Okay.
it's not quite spelled that way. It looks like it's spelled that way. But it's not
Christina.
Christina.
Christ
Okay,
is
thank you.
nasty. What?
Christ goes crazy style.
I didn't say that.
So
You missed an S though.
Christina.
Who said that?
Christina, can you spell correctly?
I think
You
this
do
young
realize that
girl
making
that's
fun.
screaming in the background
One second.
is a
We're
little
gonna sit down. Shut the
suspect.
fuck up, Christina. We're gonna sit down like you're with your mother, right?
Damn.
You're now 10 years old.
Go
I'm
ahead,
your
Joe.
mom. You just made fun of someone for something they can't control when you were in school.
Where?
Something that they can't.
Oh, they can.
Do you
They
think
can control
your
it.
mom?
She can
One
control
fucking
her
second. Did I
voice like
finish
that.
speaking, you
Don't
goddamn
even get
goofball?
started with me.
I didn't fucking think so. So shut your goddamn trap, you horrible piece of shit.
Go
All
on,
right,
Queen.
now I'll continue.
I don't give a
I
fuck
don't
what
think
you
that
think
you're
about
such a
me.
mother. Jesus Christ, you piece of human garbage. I don't think that your mother would appreciate you. Oh, sweet thing. Oh, you sweet,
You know what?
sweet
I'm
thing. Bless
fixing to give you my
bless your heart.
address
Bless your
so
heart.
you can
You
come to
have
my
to
front
be.
door so I can kick your
Genuinely hope.
fucking
Oh,
ass,
I can't say that on
bitch.
TikTok.
She sounds like
this is
Fuck
hilarious.
Waluigi when
you.
she laughs.
Fuck you.
She sounds like
Oh,
Waluigi.
Christina, Christina, did it make you really upset that someone made fun of you for something?
She
It's
sounds
almost
like
like you shouldn't do that to other people if you can't take a
No,
goddamn
I don't
licking.
care if you
If
make
you
fun of me.
can't,
Make
if you
fun of me
cannot
all you
take it,
want.
motherfucker, don't learn
what's
to
the
dish it
witch?
out. It's pretty
What's the
fucking
witch from
simple.
fucking Sleeping Beauty, bro? That's how she fucking sounds.
I'm sorry, I don't normally like I Clover. You've seen me do it a couple of times.
What
It
was it that you
pisses me off.
said that was
It
so
pisses me off
disparaging?
when people come up here and make fun of your voice because it's so fucking asinine. And like Christina, you have to have better things to do. Like you either don't have children, which I
I made
hope is the
fun of
case. I
her voice
really
because
hope
it was
that
so
you did not pass
high.
on your genes.
What is
It
she
was so
speaking
high.
And
Latin?
now, so
You
you
could
either don't
make
have
fun of
children,
my
which
voice
I hope you don't.
because
If you
it's
do
so
have children,
low.
they
I would
probably
never
left you because they no
disparage
longer care
you
about you.
for
Because honestly,
making
you're a
fun
horrible
of
piece of
me
shit. And
because of your voice.
why would that be the case? So they
I have
either
a
moved
very
out or they
deep
have
voice.
grandkids, which I doubt
I
they
would
do
never say
because you're a
anything about
horrible
you
piece
making
of
fun of
shit.
me for having a deep
Anyway,
voice
you're just
because
like a
I do.
sad, miserable little
She has to have
shell of a
Missy.
person.
Don't make fun of
It's
me
hilarious. But
because
are you having fun down there?
she had a very high voice.
Christina, can you yell?
It
Christina,
was
can you yell
weird.
again
It
real
was
quick,
weird.
please?
Oh, I was dead to
Shouldn't
real
be
life
people
people. I'm
like
sorry.
that.
Christina, can you yell again, please?
Leave that woman alone. She got into a car crash when she was a little kid and it hurt her windpipe. It makes her voice high. It
Christina,
makes her
is the
voice
18
high.
is
I got
the
into that same car crash and it made my voice low.
Couldn't really hear what she sounded like yelling. Brayden, was it that funny?
Bro, it was like
Wait,
Christina, I'll gift
Missy.
you 10 coins if you just scream as loud as possible into
I
the
can make her
mic.
yell again. Do you want that?
Do it.
Okay.
Wait, no,
Well, I
Missy,
mean,
Missy.
it's not hard to make Christina yell because she's obviously has never heard of emotional regulation in her life, and that's why screaming was the first thing that came to her mind, and also inability to look at another person. Christina, your mother would be a fucking appalled of you. I mean, I know she's dead, but Jesus.
Hey Christina, do you like black people?
Christina's mother also died in that car crash.
Missy,
Christina.
basically, when Christina was yelling, she sounded like imagine you're in the trenches of World War II and you're trying to get orders from your commander via audio.
No, dude, it's not like that. She literally sounded like a fucking.
Wait, what the
when
fuck is Clover's
No,
voice?
wait,
I never heard her talk before.
listen. She
Just
literally.
ironic.
About
What the
80
fuck?
years ago.
She literally sounded like when
How do
you
you
go to
talk like a My Little Pony?
it.
Bro,
Anyways, she literally sounded like when you go to a Halloween store and there's a fake plastic witch.
I gotta quit.
Christina. Christina.
I swear to
Have
God,
you
dude.
learned a
Clover,
lesson
can you
today,
say
love?
baka? Can you
Shovel.
say baka?
Shovel. I genuinely, Christina, have you learned a lesson today?
Brayden, is this who I was defending?
Oh, I have.
What lesson
Christina,
did you
please
learn?
scream
Was
again
it
just one more
is it
time.
okay to make fun of
You
people
got
for things they
me.
can't
You got
control?
me, girl.
I know I
Oh
did.
my goodness.
It's not okay to make fun
I'm
of
so
people.
ashamed.
Yeah, you
Hey,
should feel.
Christina, do you like black
I'm
people?
so ashamed. Thank God you came into my life.
My neighbors must
Christina, I want to know, what are the first 4 words to pop in your
I
head
bet
when
Clover.
I say
I'm
Black
sorry. I had
Lives
to
Matter?
jump up when she started. It's so asinine. It's like when people make fun of things like Tourette's, or when people make fun
Christina.
of things like being in a
Yes.
wheelchair or having some sort of neurological
Oh my
disorder,
God.
right?
Just muting
It's
him.
an inability to be
Of
able to see other
course.
people as other
Because I'm a
individuals as human
victim.
beings.
I'm a victim. I
A
am
victim of
such a
what? Old
victim.
age?
What?
A victim
People
of
have been
Christina.
making
Alzheimer's?
fun of me
A
all
victim
my
of
life.
fucking
A victim
throat
of
Thank
cancer?
God
alcohol right
you
now. I grant
finally
that.
discovered that people have
Of a
been making fun of
sunburn?
me all my
You're a victim
life.
of a sunburn?
Thank God you're on my side.
It's only
You look like
because
you've
you're
been
that
Thank
pale.
God you're
Trust
on
me, I
my
know. We
side.
have
You
to
look like you've
layer
been
up, man.
baking in the sun too long with all those fucking wrinkles. You look like SpongeBob and Patrick when they found the secret formula and they're like, that's like exactly how you look. It's fucking crazy.
Someone should put you down a box flowing down the
That's
river,
funny.
Grandma.
That's good.
Yeah, time shit. Yeah.
No, she looks like she's
Yeah.
gonna
Christina.
start screaming chocolate.
Yeah, dude, she looked old as hell, bro.
That'd be good.
Crusty. Somebody's
You
grandma,
don't
bro.
even know
That's
what we're
crazy.
talking about. Shut up. That was
I
well
don't
after
think
your
she has the
time.
memory of what I just said to her like 10 seconds ago. That fucking Alzheimer's kicking in. It's fucking
Well,
going
I'm
crazy.
sorry that y'all all hate your grandmother. That you're so
Hey, I love my
Grandmother,
grandma
she
enough.
was way more lovely than
I love
you.
my
smacking me in the
grandma enough
face
that I
as a
gotta.
She
grandma.
I
would have
love
Yeah,
Fuck
my
I'm
you,
gonna
grandma.
be
grandma.
honest.
never,
I would
Okay?
ever
say
talk down
Fuck
to me
me.
and
Fuck me.
infantilizes
I
me
don't want
Okay,
even
go
to.
when I
ahead.
That shit
was
is
a little
dry.
girl. She always treated me like an equal. She was actually the only person in my family who consistently did. Not even my
Listen,
parents do.
yeah, Christina, I got a tattoo of a cardinal for my grandma. All right, so I do love my grandma. So you can kick rocks, you old hag.
my grandma died
Yeah,
before I was my first grandma died before I was born from pancreatic cancer. And my second grandma and I, we are on opposite ends of absolutely everything, and she still calls to see how I'm doing. And so
yeah.
while I
Don't
don't
you
have
feel
a
like a
really close
cunt right now,
relationship with my
Christina?
grandma,
Yeah,
I'd do
don't you
anything
feel
for
like
her.
Hmm.
But if you were my
Shovel.
grandma, I wouldn't do anything for you. I also don't think you know how to work your phone because you're really old. I muted you. So that means that you're gonna have to find the little microphone icon, and then you're gonna have to click that again if you want to
Can you see that
speak
without
again.
glasses, you old?
I'm gonna invite her to unmute.
Oh my goodness, that's so cute.
Shovel really wants to come back up. He sent like 20 peppers, but I don't know. It's up to you guys. I'm kind of.
It's because okay, like I can't deal with both Christina and that shovel
Base.
head.
Yeah.
Why am I being
Can you just like
silenced?
could you sit with your mic muted for like 2 more minutes while we clean up Christina and get her sent on her way?
She probably needs to be cleaned up because she shit her pants in her old ass bitch.
While yelling.
Crusty,
All right,
stinky,
all
old
right.
bitch.
While
Oh
yelling on
my
her mic,
god.
like
One
screaming
foot
at
in the
this TikTok.
grave, old bitch. The other on the fucking
You
cane.
can't be calling women bitches.
She was mean to you, so I can. Fuck this. I don't think anyone could with how fucking dry.
Oh well,
Yeah,
yo.
given the old age, right?
Hi,
Because her.
Xerxes. This lady
Be nice,
Christina
old people.
doesn't like my
Shovelhead,
voice.
mute up or I will mute you.
Yeah.
Greetings, my niggas.
I can't say that. Hello, friend.
What's
He's
up,
probably
gang?
If
black.
you if you're white and
I
you
would
laugh at
say
that,
I
you're
give
done.
as good as I get.
I
So
don't
you
think
talk
you give
shit to
anything,
me,
man.
Christina,
I'm
I don't
I
gonna
think you
think
can
talk
give
shit
much.
to
everyone
you.
can see.
Fuck
Okay,
Christina, I
off.
don't think you
your
could give a
insults are
All
about
$2
you
30
people
hand
years too.
are
I say what makes sense to
disgusting.
you
Yeah,
because
your
you
insults
literally
are about
started
30
it.
years too old, right?
Hey,
So you
Christina,
gotta
I
get
don't
new
think you give
material
much,
if you want
man.
to keep up with the youngins,
Can you
right?
shut the fuck up?
Hold on, let me look at her profile real quick, guys.
I swear,
Ooh, wait,
Christina,
yeah, no, I didn't do that.
I'm serious,
Deep
dude.
dive, baby, deep
She's
dive.
I don't
probably a
think
Trump
anybody could.
supporter.
That
I don't
thing's
think
probably
anyone wants
blown
to
the
deep
fuck
dive in
out.
that. I'm not gonna hold you.
It's like the
That
May
name,
on
you
his
dusty
Grinch,
as shit.
bro.
Don't worry about it. Not
Get a
much to deep
fucking
dive
broom
in.
and clean the cobweb.
Oh, super mega, posted about Charlie Kirk. Goes by Tina.
Goes by fucking Teen.
Fucking Tina, bro.
Oh, I
Are
call
you
you
aware,
Tiny Tina,
Christina,
but
that
that's not
going
a.
by Tina is like, I'm sorry, the
That's a
trailer
stripper
white
name.
trash version of saying like,
Yep,
hey, I'm a
exactly.
stripper?
Yeah, that's a stripper name. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah,
It's
what's up? Why are you being
Well,
100%
a
then,
true.
stripper,
there you
Christina?
have it.
No one
So,
Hey,
wants to
Old ass
throw
there's the
dollars
bitches.
at you,
bank.
you
Hey, if you
old
want
bitch.
to go and make
so
that bank, go
what?
make that bank. I'm
Are
just
you
saying.
better than me?
I'd pay you to put your clothes
Oh,
back.
I mean,
Are
what do
you
you mean by
paying
better?
$6 a gallon for gas? So am I.
Do I think that I
Fuck
can
off.
do I
You're
think that
sucking
I have
dick for
things that I excel
$6 a
at that
gallon.
you don't? Sure. Now, I do wonder and I'm curious on whether or not you're so like, okay, let's like after this, right? Are you gonna go and think about the conversation, think about what you were thinking about, think about ways you could have communicated better? Are you going to go and do that? Like, do you
She ain't
do
gonna
that
remember this
daily?
fucking conversation.
Do you think she's gonna do that?
Are you gonna think about better ways
Yes.
you
Are
should
you gonna
approach me?
Are you
Of
gonna think
course,
about
sure.
What'd
getting a
you
better
say to me?
microphone? Dude,
So
that
I'm
mic is so
asking you a
bad.
genuine question of do you think about your thoughts? Do you think about what you think about?
Alzheimer's.
Christina, what was my name that I
Brayden,
gave you in the
shut up. I'm
beginning
trying to
of the
make
video?
progress.
I think she's like stuck in the
It's
80s, man.
it's
There is
yeah,
no
it's
progress.
early onset, so it came pretty early in her life. That's
I
why
Yeah,
it
feel
bro,
needs
I'm
to be
kind of
done.
fucking.
I
I would
feel
just,
kind
Yeah.
of bad
I would
because
encourage
like
you, Christina, if you can. I don't know how high your reading level is, right?
What
Just
do
to
you
go in.
think I forgot that I should know now in
Uh,
2026?
I feel
fuck,
kind of
I don't
bad
know.
because she might actually
Trailer
RFK,
parks you've lived in.
she might have actually
JFK,
shit
That's for
herself
one.
yelling at her phone.
Marilyn
You say you're.
Monroe,
You forget
What the fuck are you
Robert
yourself.
talking about?
Redford. Who are the
You're fucking
people?
insane, bro.
Martin Luther King? Who
What
are
the
the
fuck are you
people
talking about,
that
Who's
you
bro?
that?
think I have forgotten?
What are your kids' names? Tell me that. Tell me if you remember those.
Toby, 100%.
One
Toby
of
I
them's got to
Maguire.
be
would
named like
never give
Tyler or
you my
something.
kids' names. Get the fuck
I'm
out of
gonna be
here.
honest, Brayden. That
What?
think about that for a second. If
Give
you had
me your
asked me
kids'
that, that would
names.
have been really inappropriate, right?
Yeah, what? Because I
But
care
one
about you
second.
as a person, right? But not this
Get
old
get
fuck,
get.
right?
Certificates,
But
birthdays, you could get
she's
all kind of info.
right. She's still a woman, and that's still going to have connotations because you're a man of entailing violence, right?
Me asking her
Yep.
to remember her children's name. Do you think I was like actually serious or no?
No, you're not being serious, right? But I'm
Okay,
just
so
letting you know that
then,
that's how other individuals will see it, right?
well, they can take it that way. It would just be incorrect,
You
right?
know what? I'll tell you. Amanda, Sarah, TJ,
Wait,
Cody.
Oh
Okay,
what?
my
notice
I knew
how,
it was a
god!
T.
okay,
And if you
notice how
rearrange it, it says
notice how
cats.
I
You
did
make
Don't
not do
tell
that.
very
us.
poor
That
decisions,
was
don't
I
you?
have two
Yeah,
girls
you're gonna
and
talk
two
about
boys.
me with a negative connotation.
oh
Okay.
man.
Two
I just
boys,
wanted to
two
make sure that
girls.
you weren't like
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, yeah.
get some flack. And then
Oh,
Christina's up here like, I ain't gonna tell you their names. 2 seconds
she's
later,
telling the social security
okay.
numbers, dude.
Just,
This
it's like someone
person
waved. It's like someone waved a date in front of her.
Fuck
Wait, wait,
you.
Yep.
wait. Tina was making fun of Clover's voice.
Do not
If that's
consent.
your
Yeah.
mindset,
Yeah,
then
that's
you're
why
a
I had to
sick
come up here
fucker.
and rip
Hey,
her a new
Tina,
Why
you
would
one.
sound
you
like you
do that?
smoked a pack of
Why would you
Dude,
cigarettes
I
a
do
said,
day
that?
for 30 years. You understand that,
oh
right?
shit, she
40.
You
the
40.
40.
40?
Damn. God damn.
Oh
It's
my
been a
Woo! You're gonna have to
Whoa.
quit.
No,
Brayden,
no, no,
man.
please
no,
tell
no,
me
no, no,
you
no,
quit when
no.
you
Do
were with
not
your
tell me
kids, right?
she's my
Like,
age and sounds
did you
like
take
Well,
she
Tylenol when
smokes
your kids were
4
in your
packs of
room?
fucking cigarettes a day.
yeah,
Hey,
that's I mean,
I'm
it's
a
been a rough
everyday
40. It's
smoker, and I don't sound like that.
been a rough 40, man. Holy.
Wow.
If
Okay.
I'm this way at 40, bro, just put me down like a dog.
Okay.
Put me down like a dog that has
All
like
right, guys. Now I
kidney
feel like we
All
failure.
should
right.
probably
I
stop
see you. I see
this.
you.
I don't
I
want her
see
to
you.
get. I don't want
You
us
I
to
can't
get
see
see you.
much.
Well,
Fuck.
What
you
the
obviously
hell?
do see me. I am on camera, so it
Yeah.
is
Bye,
clear. Yeah.
Christina. Do you know how
I
to
hope
leave?
you can see me.
Oh, good
Oh, she
riddance.
left. Listen, Missy, okay, listen. If I catch flack from people, guess what I'll do? I'll say sorry because if I offended people, I'll feel bad, right? But
Like a good ass
yeah,
boy.
yeah, that's fucking insane. Probably, but only my wife can call me that, by the way. But
You have a wife?
I'm just saying, if I,
Shit, my.
yeah, I got a wife, bro. Of course, I got a wife.
Hell
All
yeah,
right, now, all
Mosley.
right, real quick, let's talk about Padre's profile picture.
What's wrong with my profile picture?
Ain't nothing wrong with his profile picture. Don't be
Notice how
mean to
I muted
people.
up real fast?
It looks really cool.
Shoot your shot, Bubba.
I'll shoot my shot.
All
DM me,
right,
twin.
low
Not
key.
you.
1 second. 1 second.
Oh,
The
I'll go fuck
jawline. The
myself then, I
jawline.
guess,
The
bro.
jawline's a little Pennywise. It's giving Pennywise.
It's giving a lesbian at 35 years old.
Okay, what? We did
You
not
just
use
mad
the
that
same
I've eaten more
profile.
Is
pussy
Wow.
than
that
you.
that's Hierophant? Oh shit!
What the fuck
Okay,
is y'all
okay.
niggas talking about, bro?
Bro, that like he's our friend.
That's okay.
I'm just joking. I love you, Padre.
Hey, I look like my face looks like a square.
Oh
It,
wow.
it it's
Are you
just a
Steve from
square.
Minecraft?
Don't
Yes,
talk that
I
shit.
might as well be. Please make fun of that.
You can't
My
be.
eyes.
Honestly, Steve
Hey
can hold
man.
billions of pounds if you think about it.
Yeah, bro.
How strong as hell.
I want to
Awful.
make peace. I want to make peace.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Nah, fuck that.
Stop screaming, please.
Yeah,
Jesse,
just be
start screaming
human.
as loud as physically
Oh
possible.
my god, don't encourage him.
Start getting rhetorical like you do with Kojo.
What did you want to say, Shovel?
I have destroyed. I love my grandma so much. She's a sweet old lady, very kind woman.
Why do I feel like this is going into Alabama territory?
No, no, no. Well, I mean, I definitely have a Freudian disposition, but it's not towards Atlanta.
What?
I knew it was coming, bro.
It already
Like
came.
I have
sometimes
a
It
Jesse,
already came
Freudian
and went.
disposition.
nah, he just.
I wanted to talk about a few things.
Bet you do.
About the efficacy of Marxist Leninism, Marxist thought, and
What?
I
The
wanted to talk
efficacy
about
Is
of
it
it?
Marxist thought or
In what?
Marxist Leninism? Those are
Starving
two
people
separate
to
things.
cease to function?
What is happening right now? Are we
there are
gonna get a
two
He like,
separate.
I
recount?
thought he was
Hold on,
frozen,
hold on,
bro.
hold
I
on,
was
hold on,
very
hold on.
confused.
There are two separate things. That's why I listed them separately.
So I'm asking you, which one would you like to
Well, I wasn't even
discuss?
done. I said Marxist thought, Marxist Leninism, and the start of China, the 1949 revolution with Mao Zedong. All three are separate things.
All right.
I want to talk about all three and your opinions on all three, right?
I
The
don't know
political
anything
and
about
historical
communism.
analysis of capital made by Marx, the efficacy of Marxist-Leninist attempts to redistribute power in the hands of the working class, in the 1949 peasant revolution, the
Do you
ender
think,
of
one second, do you think that
dynasties.
Leninism is a
Mao,
good example of Marxist ideas?
wait, which ideas? Marxist
What?
ideas were mainly critiques.
Yeah, one second. Within like Marxist ideology, like philosophy of, right, when we're talking about philosophy of politics, right?
It depends on which one. That's why it's Marxist-Leninism.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Lenin
about. And I'm just
provides.
talking about Marx himself, right? Marx, the philosopher, as a person, as the political philosopher, right?
Yes.
Do you think that Leninism was the correct application of Marx critiques? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right, then I'm just gonna stop. Like that's just
Well,
a
why wouldn't we have a conversation past that on whether or not they're correct?
okay.
Why
A
would you just
because
stop there?
I am not well read enough to be
Oh,
able to fully talk about the misinformation. I'm currently reading political
if
philosophy,
you're not
so
well read enough, why would you presume that I'm misinformed?
because I
Well,
am well read enough to
hey,
know
yo,
that. One
Brendan, we
second.
call that epistemic humility.
Yeah. So what I was saying is that I have read enough about Marxist thought versus Leninism versus
What is the
Stalinism
contradiction?
versus lots of those. Right. I've read a little bit about it, but I don't have a firm enough grasp and understanding of it to be able to regurgitate it in a way that's understandable. And until that is the case, I'm not going to talk about it because I have something real epistemic humility.
I don't think that's epistemic humility to bake into your conclusion when you won't engage in a dialectic that I'm wrong or misinformed. That is just that's dessert right there. Okay,
I'm just
you have the
saying that
ice cream, you have the
Leninism.
chocolate. No.
Yeah, I'm saying that Leninism
What's
is
the main
not
contradiction?
Oh my goodness. I'm saying that Leninism is not the correct application of Marxist critiques.
Wait, why?
Because it's fascistic in nature.
What does that even mean?
I'm saying that it's ultra nationalistic.
Well, nationalism is a necessary method of combining. Well, yeah, because groups are attacked on a national basis.
Yeah, so is that going to be a part of
like Palestinian is a national identity. These groups are attacked on a national basis. Nationalism, when it comes to oppressed groups, is not a bad thing. It is when it's imperialistic nationalism, right? Like, for example, a Nigerian fighting off the fact that we just bombed them twice and being a nationalist towards Nigeria, because Nigeria has a very unique form of oppression compared to its surrounding neighbors. There's nothing wrong with that. When you have to understand that there's never been a single productive or successful implementation of Marxist philosophy outside of Marxist-Leninism. Marxist-Leninism is the most successful anti-imperialist ideology. There's never been an ideology that almost fully decolonized Africa. The USSR had 16 different states with decolonization programs. The reason why we went to war in Vietnam, Afghanistan, and Korea was to disable the USSR because they were about to collapse the Western hegemony and control over Africa.
I'm not going to disagree there.
Yeah, so when you talk about the efficacy...
But I'm not going to say that Leninism is close enough to Marxist ideology. I'm going to say that there was way more fascistic implementation, right? There's way more fascistic influence there.
I don't care, because I don't think that matters.
Okay, well, we were talking. You asked about our opinions around
Marx.
Marxist ideologies versus and how that I played with Leninism,
Yes,
and then
yes.
you want to get mad when I'm going to agree.
Well,
but
how many
also
books did
disagree
Marx
with
write?
you?
5 different books, right? It's not univocal. Marx provided a number of critiques and a number of historical sightings, right? When it comes to those, for example, Marxist Leninists much more and follow the are you familiar with the oh my gosh, Turtle Island?
A real place called Turtle Island?
The people of Turtle Island.
I am not.
This guy looks like the country version of Sir.
It was a group of indigenous peoples, and Karl Marx examined them, and that's where he came up with the conclusion of communism.
Yes.
He
Yes,
was
I do
inspired
remember that.
by indigenous peoples, the peoples of Turtle Island. And what the peoples had of Turtle Island looked a lot more familiar to Marxist-Leninism in actuality in the USSR and other places in Vietnam than whatever Karl Marx had. Karl Marx talked about communism as a process of redistribution of power to the working class, and at least when it comes to the USSR and China, in the first 20 years, it did successfully do that.
Only to the massive loss of life too.
Well, no. See, that's what I'm saying. What is the massive loss of life? A famine that had been happening historically in China over and over again, right? With Mao Zedong's Great Peasant Revolution, there hasn't been a famine since. That has never been heard of China going 70 years without a famine. That wasn't a thing. China had been going through famines over and over and over for the past 2,000 years. Every single place that had a Marxist revolution has not had a famine since. Word.
So another thing that we're going to point out, right, is current agriculture has developed so much in the past,
and the revolutions are what industrialized the places in the first place. Oh.
Was that about epistemic humility he was trying to get me on?
Epistemic humility is that you
baked
into your conclusion that I'm wrong. I didn't like that. And don't do that to me again, bruh. That's what that was. It was a slap to the face. When you just assumed.
Are you gonna make us watch your shitty dancing again?
My shitty dancing?
I don't think that he understood that I was just
You know what?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Someone else's voice.
I'm holding back every part of my body, Brayden!
Yeah, I know you are, because all you can do is hear yourself think.
You're involving me in this, man.
Because I can't be derogatory because she has mod powers, and so I have to...
Oh, go ahead, be derogatory.
Yes, entertain me, Worm.
Mao did not have 2 famines.
You know what? Here's this. I will promise, and I don't promise often, I will not touch my mod powers. Anybody that touches them is not me. You got me.
You're not... Hold on. Benjamin, Mao Zedong did not have two famines. China had 2 famines.
I'm cringing.
Well, cringe some more. Listen here, bro. Lenin created what is communism. Okay? Marx never put anything into actuality. The Bolshevik Revolution shows us what communism actually is. And there's never been an ideology successfully at fighting back against Western imperialism more than Marxist-Leninism. And so I don't like Western propaganda that is like, oh, they killed millions. No, they didn't. China has one of the hardest.
TikTok safe language.
Oh, sorry, my bad. China's always had issues with its agricultural industry, mainly because its main crop is rice. Rice has one of the worst ratios of labor production to caloric value out of any grain there is, compared to like corn, right? Or compared to wheat. And so they've already had issues establishing their agricultural industry for their whole entire time, for 2,000 years. Only under Mao Zedong did they get it industrialized. He had a big thing to fix. There was 4 main weevils, pests that were destroying their agriculture, and he tried multiple things. Some worked better than others to get rid of those pests. But in the end, it led with China getting industrialized and not having famines no more. And you have to understand the material consequence to the people who lived under Mao Zedong with that. You can't just be like, oh, well, he killed millions. No, Hitler killed, Hitler unalived millions. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Well, that
Hitler
kind of actually
unalived.
misrepresents your case, my friend, because that really, the modernization didn't take place until, I think, Deng Xiaoping in the 70s and 80s, right? And he brought the liberalization of the market and reintroduced incentivization to it, as opposed to collective redistribution. But
when did Mao step down?
Yeah, you didn't see these improvements that you keep attributing to Mao until the 70s, the late 70s and early 80s with Deng Xiaoping.
Okay. So firstly,
and that only occurred after he reformed the market to reintroduce incentivization.
I feel like this is bad faith because firstly,
it's not bad faith. It's like literal facts.
Yes, it is. There wouldn't even be a question about what China is without Mao Zedong. Mao Zedong's revolution created Deng. Deng existed in the context because Mao Zedong did all
Deng chose practicalism over ideological orthodoxy.
He was able to choose practicalism because Mao Zedong did a revolution.
Why doesn't someone suck Mao's dick so hard? My God.
Thanks for participating.
I'm sorry. Mao Zedong?
Right. I'm just saying that you're misrepresenting the facts of the case.
No,
right?
I'm not.
Mao may be the proximal cause, but the actual one responsible, the one who was actually honored in China for the modernization, the liberalization of the market, and the reintroduction is
the liberalization of the market
isn't Mao.
Isn't what helped China.
That's why they just
it is not.
Reaffirmed his 120th birthday as the father of Chinese modernization.
And they reaffirmed Mao too.
Go on, King.
But how big? Hold on. Who has the biggest statue?
It doesn't matter the size of the statue.
Yes, it does.
This entire nation said, hey, we only exist as we exist now because of Deng Xiaoping.
If mass industrialization happens less than a decade after you leave office and you did a whole revolution, you might be the GOAT. Just what I'm saying, bro. You might be the GOAT. Yes, Clover.
How did we get here? I missed this.
The big statue theory is a theory that we derive qualitative value from the size of the statue rather than maybe other kinds of factors. I think whoever has the biggest statue in China is probably honored the most. And Braden. And the biggest statue is, in the fact, Mao Zedong. And you talk to the people of China, they love Mao Zedong. Liberalization, Deng is very, 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 I don't know. I like Mao Zedong as a revolutionary, not as much of a leader. I disagree with New Democracy. I think he ended up becoming more of a class collaborationist, kind of cringe. That's why I say Lenin. People like to talk about Stalin. I like Stalin in the Battle of Stalingrad, but, he banned abortion and also made things a lot more conservative. I didn't really like Stalin that much as someone who lived under him.
W shovelhead.
Anyway,
but I will say, Lenin though was that boy, bro. Lenin was that fucking goat.
Does this guy just ever stop yapping?
I don't know.
And do you ever stop
because you're not getting an intellectual?
You ever stop complaining?
Gotta love the Red Terror.
Anybody want to have an intellectual interlocutor with me?
Intellectual interlocutor.
Well, if you're involved, it's not going to be
actually, Seer, you're giving high functioning autism.
No, he's giving that kid from Shark Boy and Lava Girl where it's like, Mr. Electric, send him to the principal's office.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Have him expelled.
Okay. No, not formally, Miss.
My dream journal.
Hey, guys, can you chill out? Seer is formally trained.
Yeah.
Formally trained and
I'm formally trained. Hold on. I'm formally trained by the GOAT Death with Light. Give me a second.
Oh, God.
Hey, no. Back off my boy.
Omnilogic is unbeatable.
He's formally trained.
Is the most
He's formally trained by Charlie Kirk. Leave him alone.
We are Charlie.
Like that's the answer. Apocalyptic mytho-realism.
Dude, that's a W position to hold. What are you talking about?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think we should all just come together, hold hands, and goon over Hegel.
Well,
Who's
one, I will
that?
never hold hands with you and come together. Okay, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, you would have to be a
Great.
little bit taller to even be near my hands.
Wait,
So good
hold
job.
on, Braden. First of all, wait, hold on, Braden.
No,
First of all,
no, leave me alone.
wait, hold on,
Leave
Goonie.
me alone.
He's not consenting to this
Leave me
conversation.
alone.
Yeah,
Listen, dude.
yeah.
Just
Wait, but
you've
what
never
do we
been
have
to
to
Paris. It's
say?
okay, Braden.
Going to
Oh,
who, Seer?
no, I've been to Paris. I'm not going with Sear.
It's a German philosopher.
What do you mean you've been to Paris? You're afraid of the Eiffel Tower.
Nuh-uh.
I think I think Braden's withdrawing his consent to the conversation, so I'm gonna respect that.
Thanks,
Good
man. I
man.
appreciate
Nice.
it after the third
Braden,
time.
come back.
W,
Yeah,
Seer?
yeah. So
Finally understand what consent
Hegel
is.
is the most base German philosopher
No, we've
that
not.
ever touched this planet. Yeah, can you bring a better German philosopher to the table, buddy?
Wittgenstein.
He literally created a whole new slur for people like Seer.
A whole new Schleer.
A whole new Schleer, yeah, buddy. I don't even think you have like
Don't
Start
make fun of
saying
his
that.
regional accent because you sound like a 12-year-old boy who's
He
in
created a
I don't
created
know.
a whole
Like,
entire
Joel,
slur
Skinner's
for
Hill of
Seer.
Mine shit's
Hey,
pretty
CF
wild.
Joel, I know you like sucking dick, but after you get on
I know you got dog walked by a guy who likes sucking dick.
Wait, when did I?
Wait,
when did
what?
dog
When
walk
did this
you?
happen?
I dog walked you twice in one day.
Oh,
back to
yeah.
back.
What was the topics, Joel? Go ahead.
Yeah, it doesn't matter the topics because you lost to a low tier like me.
So
you conceded
Joel, lick your
both
lips,
times.
lick your lips, and zip up my pants when you're done, okay? Because obviously you're
Lick
fucking
your
lazy.
lips.
I bet you like that when it's juicier.
Obviously,
5'9".
you're liking it.
Wait,
as
Seer,
much
you got
dick as
BTFO'd?
you're sucking right now. Oh
But
god.
you're the
Seer,
one talking
you got-
about it right now.
He's the
Yeah,
one
you got
envisioning
flagged.
that.
We don't.
Drop me.
I
Hey,
thought we just
can
let
I
it
get
crack.
next though?
Drop me.
Seer,
And
how
you
about-
get next is fucking insanity.
That's my fault. That's my fault. My fault.
Yeah,
Okay, guys.
you said
I gotta take a
yeah.
mental break. This is crazy. I'll see you guys later.
What?
I'm gonna go think about what just happened.
He's gonna go shum it. We know he's shumming it.
You're gonna go fucking watch that lady scream at me again? Because I'm gonna.
That
I'm
happened?
going to. I have to post it on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah,
Send
that was
to me
funny
when
as
you
fuck.
post it, Coco.
Hegel is by far the most racist philosopher of all time.
Hegel
Okay,
something.
but anyway, I'll see you guys around.